All right, guys. All right, guys. So yeah, today we got retail sales, Philly Fed Index, jobless claims. Um, hey, what's up? What's up, guys? All right, we're here. Losing friends and finding peace. Uh, I got Master Chief right here. I feel like a 5-year-old drinking out of this coffee mug. I can't even lie, bro. I feel like a 5-year-old. Oh well, 5-year-old lit up in here. What's up, Great American? What's up, man? What's up, Nicholas, Varen, Peggy, Helena? What's up, guys? Yeah. Yeah, my son is too. My son loves Halo. Honestly, my son's more on Fortnite right now than Halo. Um, so my son's more on Fortnite right now. That's like all he wants to play all day. I gotta literally limit him from playing it all day because he will sit there, skip lunch, and play it if we don't watch him. So he can't play games during the during the school year, and so no, John, I'd prefer you not copy my trades, kind sir. Uh, All right, guys. So yeah, you can see markets pulling back a little bit. It's kind of time too, man. The market has been surging up crazy high, dude. Um, so I mean, I'm not like this is a small pullback relative to everything it did yesterday. All right, guys. So Top Step had some big news, man. Honestly. All right, guys. So yeah, honestly, Top Step had some big news. We're publishing a video after this stream about it. But Top Step now is letting you trade crypto, Bitcoin Mini, the mini Bitcoin, the mini ETH. There's also some forex pairs that you could trade, not forex pairs, but you could trade some currencies, some more currencies on Top Step. So pretty cool news, man. Honestly, I'm curious to see how it's going to add to that volatility on trading. Um, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Make sure y'all can hear the music here real quick. There we go. But yeah, pretty big news, man. I'm excited for it. And then today we got jobless claims retail sales data, which is kind of big data. Like it's not small. It'll probably move markets as well. Um, let me exit out of these out. So yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna do a poll here in a second. Can y'all hear the music? You should be able to. Let me know if you can. Sorry, I'm exiting out of all these banners that I have. These banners run out quick. Yeah, I ended up taking profit on gold and not on gold, on Target, TGT. Gold's actually down a little bit, but that's all right, man. It's been a pretty profitable couple weeks. All right, we're gonna do a poll. Also, guys, bump that like button if you haven't already. We appreciate it if you could hit the like button, team. That's today's jobless claims and retail. All right, so today we got 3 things dropping at 8:30. 3 different things, right? We got jobless claims, we got the Philly Fed index, and we got retail sales data, all dropping at 8:30 today. A lot of stuff. All right, so we got today's jobless claims, retail sales, and Philly Fed data releases cause a bull or bear market or a bear reaction. Bull reaction is going to be option 1. Bear reaction is going to be option 2. Neutral reaction is going to be option 3. And then we're going to go ahead and hit them with the I don't know an option. Vote on the poll, guys. Let us know what you guys think. Again, the SPY dipping down a little bit today. You can see from the FOMC meeting, we ended up dropping big, correcting back up on the upside big, and then now we're all the way back up to 435s. Pull it back a little bit in pre-market. A little bit of pullbacks in pre-market. You can see Apple is, gapping down some as well, moving basically the same as the market. You see Microsoft on the right side here, basically doing similar things. So, Mr. Tesla Bull, the question I have to ask you, man, if I'm looking at you, bro, I'm looking at your page right now because it seemed like it was a page. Where'd you get the 1,000 subscribers? Your channel has 13 views. How are you gonna get 1,000 subs, bro? I'm not trying to hate. I'm just asking. Genuine question, bro. Buy Intel. Intel has huge upside. Disney is also on a huge upward plan. Both will go up. Maybe, man. I'm hoping so. Okay, got you. Okay, good. I was gonna say, because you know how it is. Some people just send themselves bots and nonsense, man. So I was just making sure it wasn't that. But that's actually plausible. So I appreciate appreciate you educating me there. Thank you, sir. Good luck with your channel, man. But yeah. Yeah, all good. What's up, Ed? What's up, Ricky? Varen by Intel. Yeah, I don't know how I like Intel, man. I think Intel, I think it's less extended on the upside relative to some other stuff here too. And so I think that there might be an option for Intel, but I also think it's not a sure thing. With Burry claiming bear market, I'm so hope he's wrong. Well, he's been wrong. It's all cool, bro. I don't want to be official. I'm just fun so I can look back in a few years at Tesla. Not at these levels. Yeah, all good, dude. Yeah, it's fun to do that too, man. I was talking about there was a bunch of stocks. I was talking about Google, how Google was a good to buy at like the 90s and 80s back in October and November and December of last year. I was like, yeah, Google looks pretty cheap down here, guys. It's freaking Google. And everybody was like, no, bro, Google, and then sure enough, Google at 130 right now. Up big percentages relative to that, up like 40% or whatever that is. So I will take that too. It's really fun though. Like the internet's fun, man. The internet's fun for sure. All right, guys. Let me find my Moo number here. All right, guys. So Tesla can whipsaw back up. Hourly chart. Natural gas broke 50. EMA and pushing lower Bollinger. Long-term position undefeated. You buy at 100 in 2-3 years. It's 400. Yeah, man. I mean, to Tesla's credit, bro, and to put it into perspective, like I can admit when I'm wrong. When Tesla was at $100. Now understand, like this was when Elon first started acting up on Twitter a little bit. Not acting up, I would say, but when he started being really controversial on social media, I was nervous for Tesla. And so Tesla was at $100 in January. I was kind of bearish on it. It's not like I was shorting it, but I was certainly nervous about buying it right there. And in hindsight, I was wildly wrong. Tesla has pushed up, big percentages since then. From $100, it's almost to 300 right now. So I was just wildly wrong there. And so Tesla has done really well in that period of time. Yeah, for sure, 100%, bro. I mean, the biggest long-term edge is that stocks, like blue chip stocks, are going to go up long-term. Like that's the biggest long-term edge you'll ever get in the market. That's something that I say on repeat here at this channel because, to be honest, stocks are going to go up long term. That's just kind of how it goes. They're going to go up long term. And so, yeah. Most traders are so worried about being Michael Burry that they miss out on the biggest edge the market ever gives you. You see it with the FOMC meeting yesterday. You see it with CPI, PPI the last couple of days. Again, most traders are so bent on being Michael Burry and predicting some big stock market crash that they're missing out on the largest, most profound edge the stock market will ever give you, which is that blue chips go up, guys. Like blue chips go up. I mean, again, you might be able to isolate one specific year or two and say, look at these blue chips fall here. And that's true. But you zoom out more, you zoom out to a 5-year period or a 10-year period, blue chips are going to go up. And again, I'll say it again. And this is the real part that traders need to understand. What is this? So this is the big edge that really means more than anything else, which is that, look, blue chips are going to go up long term. And, the S&P statistics say 6 to 12% a year. And that's true. And that includes crash stats, right? That includes crash statistics. And so what does that really tell us? It tells us when the market is not crashing, like on a normal good year for the market, it's going to pump up way more than 6%. It's going to pump up 15, 20, sometimes 25, sometimes 30% is what it's going to move up on really good years. And so again, staying bearish all the time universally is just a bad move most of the time. It's just something that people are missing out on edge. They're missing out on gains. All right, guys. All right, guys. So Nvidia at 422s. Again, Tesla at 256s. We'll see, guys. I'm ready. I forgot to monetize. No, okay, good. Yeah, today's a big day, man. We got retail sales. We got jobless claims, retail sales. And again, hit the notification bell, guys. Bump that like button up a little bit. Let's look at our poll numbers here. So about 38% of the market, or 38% of the chat today think we're going to have a bear reaction to stuff. 35% think bull reaction, and 14% think we're going to react neutrally. 13% I don't know, which I can respect the I don't knows in the votes. I can respect those. Again, today we are going to be all right, guys. Bro, people arguing what's bigger, 1 kilometer or 1 mile. What's a farther distance? 1 kilometer or 1 mile. I know a kilometer is shorter, and the reason I know a kilometer is shorter is because I drove in Canada. Like I traveled. Like my stepdad is Canadian. He's from a place called Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, Canada. Batchewana, Canada, actually, but basically the same thing. And yeah, so I know in terms of kph, kilometers per hour, that usually holds at a little bit higher amount than mph, miles per hour, because a kilometer is a shorter distance, and so you'll have to drive more of them per hour to hit the same as 1 mile per hour. So in that regard, I know a kilometer is less than a mile. But everybody, I'm looking at Twitter, everybody's kind of trolling the Americans because Americans are arguing for why a mile is shorter than a kilometer. And I don't know, I mean, I think Americans are just easy targets sometimes. I also think we're like a huge country, and we're a very new yet successful country, and so people hate on that. But it is what it is. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I'm a kilometer is shorter than a mile. Uh, all right, guys. So markets try to hold here. Markets try to hold. I hope it does, man. Right. Got it. Got me. Thomas, got me, bro. Yeah, I mean, you think it would be something very like literal, like uh, 1K meter, which is like 1,000 meters, was a kilometer. You think they make it really easy, but nope, we got to go with a mile, which is 1.6 km. You know, I could agree that the Americans kind of messed up there. The same thing with like the metric system. You know, the metric system, we should have just been universal with the world. But hey, it's all good. Again, the SPY pulling back. It's at 435.50s, 435.50s. Apple at 183s, 183s. Microsoft down at 335s. Market's kind of cooling down after a very big volatile couple days, man. The market's been busy the last few days, man. It really has. It's been packed. So much stuff going on, man. Honestly, my channel's looking great, honestly, and all this stuff, man. And I'm proud of how my little channel has grown, dude. We started this channel years ago as just a resource for traders. And look at us now, man. Check me out. Yesterday, 26,000 views for FOMC, 10,000 views for PPI, about 17,000 views for CPI data. So in the last day, we've had like 50,000 views. So, hey, I appreciate everybody that watches, supports the channel. Hit that like button, guys, if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. I adore Americans, but you're not the only country in the world. Yeah, I feel you, man. I get it. I understand the criticism towards Americans. I really do. But you also have to understand how it comes off to Americans as well, right? Like, okay. It comes across as kind of bitter on the other side, too. Like, Americans look at other countries as, like, they're bitter as well. And I think to a certain extent, that's probably true as well. So, like, other countries might frown on the U.S., but the U.S. frowns on the countries that are being bitter. It just seems like they're just mad, you know, sometimes. You know, the reality of it is, the reality of it is the U.S. influences the world heavily. And that's just the reality of it. You know, we're not the only one that influences the world heavily, but the U.S. certainly does. As well as like fashion trends, Hollywood, like that influences the world heavily for good and bad. You know, so I'm not saying it's all good. And I think sometimes when the U.S. is so watched, that it's really easy to kind of critique because it's just so heavily watched. And where some other countries that might not be as heavily watched, you know, they're going to get less heat because they're not, you know, the rest of the world is not as interested in what they're specifically doing, if that makes sense, you know. But it's all good. And again, I got some Canadian family members, so I have these conversations with them too, and it's all love here. Like, again, just giving you some U.S. people's perspective, which is true. Yeah, but you might have to wait 5 hours. No, honestly, I believe, like, again, my conservative friends might get mad at me, but I'm a big, like, I think healthcare should be free to a certain extent. I think the healthcare system is rampantly corrupt at this point in time, and I think healthcare should be free to a certain extent. I think college should be free as well. Now, I'm not for pure socialism or anything like that, but like I think if we're gonna justify spending our tax dollars on some certain things, I'm okay with it getting spent on healthcare, and I'm okay with it getting spent to a certain extent on college. Now, it can't be rampant. Like I don't want our tax dollars to have to pay these colleges $30,000 a semester. So it needs to be within reason with maximums and stuff like that. But I'm okay with my tax dollars paying for that, especially relative to some of the other stuff that tax dollars are wasted on. And so, but again, me saying that, I'm sure is going to have some people like, oh, and if that makes you really angry, me saying that, you're being too emotional. In the end, it's all subjective. Anyways, Nvidia pulling back down. Let's see if Nvidia holds at 420. So Nvidia ripped up at the close yesterday when the rest of the market was kind of reeling from FOMC. Nvidia was just running up to almost 430s. Up to almost 440s. It hit 434s yesterday, dipping down a little bit all the way back down to 420 today. But yeah. How does the Philly Fed affect the dollar? Well, it's a manufacturing index, right? So it'll influence it in a couple different ways. Nvidia is it. My gut is this is IBM, if you know. Microsoft and Google. Nvidia shows the AI infrastructure supports the brain of the AI systems. 100%, man. I think again, that's the question. Like people are saying Nvidia is too extended up here. Let's look at Nvidia on the right. People are saying Nvidia is too high. It's too extended on the upside, and I understand that critique. But I guess my issue with that is this. Okay, it's like I understand criticizing Nvidia for being too high, for the PE ratio being too high, and I understand that. But if AI is as groundbreaking and game-changing for the future of technology and production as people are saying it is, then this might sustain. I'm not saying it will, but I'm saying that's going to be the argument for people holding Nvidia still, is that, hey, if AI really is that thing that changes the world like that, and it seems like it could be, again, as a programmer myself, right? And I'm not claiming to be the greatest programmer ever. I mostly do like front end web development. If you're a programmer, I do like JavaScript and React Native. If you look at that stuff, right, programming as a whole is going to be fundamentally changed, and is already being fundamentally changed from artificial intelligence and AI, from stuff like ChatGPT and others. Like the fact that you're going to be able to produce much more code easily without thinking about it is going to change production of programming. And that's going to change it as a whole. It's going to make production increase dramatically here. And again, if that affects the world like this, then, maybe this move on Nvidia is justified. Again, I'm not saying it is. Again, the true test, if you want to know whether it's justified or not, the true test will be, what does Nvidia's next couple earnings reports look like? Nvidia doesn't drop their newest earnings report. Their last one was I think it was 2 weeks ago for Nvidia. But their next one is going to be, in August. Yeah, so August 23rd. Hey, that's somebody I know's birthday. August 23rd is when Nvidia's earnings report is going to be. It's going to be at 4:20 in the afternoon on August 23rd. So yeah, that'll be interesting. That we'll see if their margins get better. We'll see if the EPS goes up. We'll see if their revenue increases. That's what's going to be the true test of Nvidia. So we got 3 months until that happens. 3 months. We can also look at other AI potential stocks like Palantir. August 7th is when their earnings are going to be. AI. August 30th is where their earnings are going to be. The first big one is going to be Microsoft. That's going to be July 25th. That's next month. So Microsoft's going to be the first step in determining whether AI is really that new thing or not. We'll see if Microsoft's margins get better, is really what it's going to be. I'm going to put a timer up because we do have economic data dropping in like an hour and 42 minutes, I think, or something like that. It's going to be in an hour and 42 minutes or so. All right, so here's the timer for when jobless claims, retail sales, the Philly Fed index all drop. We got an hour and 40 minutes here, team. Palantir good, so the Fed skip caused the market to dump. I thought that was expected. It was expected straight, but what you got to understand is that was already very, very, very probable. So a skip was already pretty well, basically everybody already knew we were going to do that. I told people ahead of time we were going to skip, and that's what we did. So again, generally, the Fed doesn't like surprising people. And so if 98% of people think we're going to skip and analysts think we're going to skip, we're probably going to skip. And so what that means is that people front loaded into that reaction already way ahead of time. And so again, if you look at the SPY leading up to this of the last 20 days, the SPY's had a huge green move over the last 20 days in anticipation of that reaction, as well as in anticipation of CPI and PPI. And so, yeah, the market's already made the move, right? So now that we've got the expected reaction, now we're just kind of sitting back. But yeah, we got a little bit of a dip. We're not anywhere where I'm going to start buying up some swing trades again. If you guys know me, I usually look for really extended stocks on the downside to buy up, and I just don't see any of that right now. Yeah, Intel earnings might be interesting as well. Let me see when Intel earnings. Some other big AI stocks. Again, so July is when the earnings are going to start. We got about a month and a half until all this stuff hits. About a month and a half. All right, so the Fed rate call is the long anticipated pause is here. All right, so the Fed signaled that there were 2 more rate hikes potentially this year, right? And so again, we are halfway through the year. We are exactly halfway through the year. We're at June 16th or June. We're in the middle of June, right? So we are halfway through the year. And so what that means is that if the cycles happen every 90 days, every 6 weeks, so if we happen every 60 days, so if we happen every month and a half, so if we happen every 45 days, if we raise rates every 45 days, or if we do a rate hike cycle every 45 days, what that ultimately means here is we might have, let me calculate how many rate hike decisions we're going to have here. All right, so we're going to have about four rate hike decisions this year. So we're going to have about 4 rate hike decisions this year. In that regard, he thinks they're going to raise rates 2 more times this year, right? So in half of the decisions, basically, we can expect a rate hike. Okay, so what does that mean for markets? It's not as optimistic as the markets were leading up to it. So in that regard, if we raise rates twice, 50% of the next FOMCs, I don't know what the market's going to do. What I will look for is pullbacks that I can buy up, if that is what the Fed decides to do. Yeah, for sure, Mark. I think that's probably what happened. Mark says you think people were just taking some gains because they already knew it was built in. Yes, that's exactly what I think. I think people expected a rate hike. People expected a pause. And they've been expecting that for weeks now. And so for the last couple weeks, you look at a 20-day chart on the SPY on the left here, right above me. You can see the SPY was just edging up. It was just moving up for the last, 2.5, 3 weeks. So, yeah, I think the whole market knew we were going to pause. And again, generally, Jerome Big Papa doesn't like to surprise people. So if most people are expecting a pause, we're going to pause. And again, it's kind of something like every big major. It's one of those things where I can truly tell how much somebody knows about the stock market during FOMC meetings, right? Because every FOMC meeting, the same thing happens. Yeah, Disney does look cheap. Again, I sold it a couple days ago. Beautiful trade, right in time. And I might add some back here, to be honest, but that's a different story. We'll think about it. Yeah, so thanks for the heads up, Mike. I'll check it out. But yeah, so during these FOMCs, I really do see how well people understand. The market, because every FOMC meeting, without fail, every FOMC meeting, I get somebody going against the grain. Last time, so like the last one, not yesterday's, but the 6 weeks prior to that. The likelihood of a pause was very low. The likelihood of a pause was very low. The likelihood of a rate hike was like 80-90%, right? But every single time in the comments section, in the chat, people are like, yeah, we're going to pause. And I was like, no, we're not. We're going to raise rates 25 basis points. And they would argue with me and be like, and they'd argue with me. And then sure enough, when the FOMC meeting came, it showed that we raised rates. And then this last one, same thing, Same thing. This last one, people were like, nah, we're going to raise rates. We're going to raise rates. And I told them, no, like, we're almost certainly going to pause. And they argue with me. And then sure enough, this specific one, we paused. And so again, these are very predictable. You know what's going to happen here. Like, again, very, very rarely do they go against the grain and surprise people, especially under JP. And so it's something that you got to understand. If you can look at the CME watch tool, I'll put the link up in chat. If you want to see the probabilities here, you probably look at the next one now too. Let's see. So the next FOMC meeting is in 41 days and 7 hours, right? You can look at the likelihood of a rate hike at this point in time. So the likelihood of raising rates to 5.25 to 5.5 is now about 72%. 72%. But this will fluctuate leading up to that. But it's at about 72% right now. 72%. So yeah, right now the likelihood of a rate hike next meeting is very high. And my guess is we'll get the rate hikes done over the next couple cycles, and then we will go to a more pause or whatever we decide to do for the last couple this year. But yeah, man, Nvidia has been a crazy stock, dude. Nvidia just flying up, crazy movement. I use TopStep, Roderick. So if you want to check out TopStep, the link to that is right here. TopStep is a funded program, so they give you a demo. They test your skill. If you can hit the target while following their rules, they fund you. So again, it's just a useful test of your skill. But that's what I use for futures. This right here is TD Ameritrade. SPY here a little bit. But yeah, the SPY is down a little bit today, guys. So the SPY is gapping down a little bit. See, I want to disconnect. I'm on MooMoo right now. I got to figure out how to disconnect. The Fed is on a perpetual data dependency cycle because there's new data every month. Yeah, but inflation data has been trending pretty obviously, I think, too, as well. Yeah, the SPY finally starting to rip back up a little bit. I might start to put. All right, guys. So I want to change it to where I'm not. I want to change it where that doesn't have to show me the SPY over and over again. I want to look at multiple. All right. So yeah, SPY at okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm testing out MooMoo's data too. It looks to be pretty accurate. That's cool. So I'm on MooMoo. I got to figure out how to adjust this to where it's not the SPY on every single one. And chart type. chart management. We're gonna have to mess with this a little bit later, but yeah, guys. So it's about to be 6 a.m. We're about to be able to open up trading for us right here. So the market fell, but the market was already priced into that. Yeah, we could get some dips. I don't think the market's down enough necessarily today. So I might buy a little bit of Disney up, but it's gonna be small. All right, so we just bought a little piece of Disney up, but it's good. It's small. It's not a big trade. All right, guys. So we got our market. The cool thing is that I'm pretty sure it's zero commission options trades on MooMoo, and they have 0 days to expiration options. So we'll probably trade. Why is it 15 minutes delayed? All right, guys. So so we're gonna have to update this. So yeah, we are getting a little pop at Apple here. Again, I did buy a little bit of Disney. I think Disney down at 91s is a reasonable level, I think, in my opinion, right? I think it's reasonable. Yeah, we got a little bounce. We're already green on our Disney trade too. That's nice. Again, gold, we're a little red on gold today. But again, gold is kind of like a long-term hedge, I think. And so we're not like super concerned about that. Bitcoin is down. Is it really down that much? Yeah, I might trade Bitcoin, bro. I might. So Top Step just made it shortable. Top Step just made it tradable in the combine. So I can now trade Bitcoin in the combine, which is pretty dope. I'm super excited about it here. So yeah, I can now trade Top Step in the combine. I'm super excited. Or I can now trade Bitcoin, ETH. I can trade some currencies as well. It's pretty cool, man. Honestly, it's genuinely cool. There's got to be a way I can unlink this. Let's see, we can show all lines, multi-period drawings. I want to switch stocks here, though. How do I do this? Arrows. I'm learning how to use this. The only thing I have is like I want to be able to switch the symbols here. I want to be able to detach my symbols. Let me Google this here. So yeah, we are getting a little bounce here. Again, I am green on my Disney trade. All right, guys. I have to look this up a little bit more, but we are getting a little bit of bounce. Apple bouncing right at that 183 support level, 183 support level. We did buy some of Disney here. Bitcoin still falling down under 25K. I don't think that's a good thing for Disney here. I don't think that's a good thing. Yes, Pawn. Pawn, maybe you know, dude. I know you opened up a MooMoo account. MooMoo's dope, dude. You sign up, they'll call you. All right, so Apple bounced a little bit now, pulling back some. The SPY down to 434, 435.50s here, 435.50s. Oil going up. We can look at oil. You can look at like Exxon here. Here's Exxon. Exxon's not really gapping up that much. You can look at like CL. Here's oil. Oil is gapping up today. So oil is moving up right now. Hey, Pawn, I sent you a message on Discord. Maybe you can help me out. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're responding. I can't figure it out. You want to try out the new Bitcoin. I do want to try out the new Bitcoin symbols here. So I'm going to try that out now. Yeah, I don't see him on this app. Yeah, I don't see him on this app. Or maybe I can add these up. Maybe I can add Apple up. Confirm. Oh, wow. That puts two different charts up at the same time. Weird. Well, we don't want that. Set alert, chart management. I might have to open it in a separate window is what I'm assuming. So I think that's what I'm going to have to do. I might have to open it in a separate window. I think that's how I'm going to have to do it. It's just separate window. That makes sense. I mean, I can do it that way too. It's all good there. But again, the SPY is gapping down a little bit today. SPY gapping down some. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have to open it up in a separate window is probably what I'm going to have to do, which is fine. Which is fine. All right, so again, oil is pushing up a little bit. Nvidia is still dropping here. We're still up on Disney. Part of me wants to maybe add more, but I guess I'm just gonna wait. Believe it, I got a 6-pack of soda, dropped it outside. Hey, it happens, dude. I've done that a bunch of times. John, I'm still new to your channel. What platform are you using are you buying the pre-market stocks, options, or stocks? Still learning here. This is TOS, but I'm actually about to switch to MooMoo. And MooMoo's dope, man. MooMoo, MooMoo is a lot like TOS. It's a lot like Webull. There's like all these different tools and stuff like for using them. Like, check it out. Like, it's a lot like TOS. You know, there's a lot of different rules. You can build watch lists. There's scanners. Options is 0 commission, I'm pretty sure. You can look at paper. There's free paper trading. You can get news on MooMoo. So you can kind of look up and see what news just dropped, headlines today. And that's why it's called MooMoo, is because of news. So news drops on MooMoo, free paper trading, you know, all that stuff. You can check messages, trade. And again, right now, if you sign up to MooMoo, you can get up to 15 free stocks. Up to 15 free stocks valued up to $2,000 each. If you open up an account, you get 1 stock. If you deposit $100, you get 5 stocks. If you deposit $2,000, you get 15 stocks. And they can be valued up to $2,000. 0 commission. Pretty useful here. And again, if you want to check out MooMoo, the link is in the description. You can find it in the description. I'll post it right here. But I think they're cool. Oh, wait, did I not put MooMoo link up? My bad, guys. I think I might have skipped it. To go to yesterday's stream and clip it, but yeah, I'll put the link up. They're pretty cool. I'm gonna be moving my money over to them. I'll still use TOS a little bit, but you know, for stocks, I think I just gotta move my money over to them. And again, if you want to check them out, I'll put this link up here. What do you suggest for beginners who want to trade in the stock market and or crypto if they're starting out with $500? With $500, you're not going to get much. If I had $500, I'd try a funded account program. You know, so but again, I'm sponsored by one, and so I'm biased. But $500 is just not going to get you very far. I mean, you could try penny stocks, but penny stocks are so risky and volatile. You know, it's probably. I mean, I don't know. It's just going to be so restrictive to trade with $500. There's just not enough money, to be honest, man. Again, a funded account program. The reason I'm saying that, and again, I'm sponsored by them, so again, I'm biased, of course. But like, I think that's probably your best option if you got $500. You know, if you want to trade crypto as well, like TopStep just added crypto to their platform too. So you can day trade. Like, look, let me show you. Let's make sure we're logged in. Let me make sure. So I'm going to do it with paper first here because, frankly, I'm just not super familiar trading crypto here. So I'm going to do it with paper first and just try it out. Make sure we're good. Okay, yeah, we're good. All right, so here is a practice account. I'm going to try. So TopStep just added. They just added that you can now trade the micro Bitcoin and micro ETH in the combine. So what they do is they give you a demo, they test your skill. Let's look at it. I've never tried it before. They just added this now. So let me look at the symbol. I had the symbol pulled up here. Hold on, let me find this symbol here real quick. Hold on one second. I got it somewhere. What do I do with it? It's somewhere here. Hold on, guys. All right, so yeah. Let me pull this up. Sorry, guys. I gotta find this release. All right, so here it is. So here's the permitted product. So again, starting here, you can now trade the micro Bitcoin, MBT, the micro Bitcoin. All right, so I guess micro Bitcoin would be MBT U3 if it shows up. Yeah, it is. So here's micro Bitcoin. So you can see Bitcoin now at 25,375 for futures. What about ETH? ETH is METU3. Right, so here's the micro ETH here. There's no volatility though, but I don't even know how to buy these. There might not be enough. I think it's so the reality is it's so. Oh wait, am I filled? Okay, I am filled. Hold on. I don't know how to trade this. If I'm filled, wait, where's my order? Sorry guys, I'm just learning this here, team. So forgive me. All right, so it says we're in it. Let's sell it. Let's sell it. Okay, so good. So luckily, like, it probably we need to wait until crypto's a little bit more volatile right now, I think, to trade it. But luckily, we didn't lose much. I just wanted to try that out. But yeah, I think the volatility is a little slow. Yeah, it means you can short Bitcoin, Christy. Yes. Yeah, I mean, $500 is just pretty low amount of money to trade with. Like, I would suggest paper trading. Maybe try a funded account program. Like, do all that stuff before you take some big risks there. Yeah, I think what happens to a lot of traders when they first get started is like they start trading and they want to be like their favorite guru, so they just kind of push super heavily. They want to post their gains on Twitter to look cool, and like they just end up losing tons of money and destroying their account. Right? That's what happens to a lot of traders, unfortunately, and it happened to me. So I'm not trying to be like better than anybody. Like, it happened to me too. So I think I think that's kind of what you got to learn to do, is just take it slow in the beginning, man. Most new traders are going to lose money, a large majority of them. And if you think you're going to be an outlier there, you're probably not. And so if you think about it in that way, it just makes way more sense to just be smart and not take all that crazy risk there, you know. Yeah, I think everybody's guilty. Most people, at least. I never did options. Yeah, options, I mean, you could try. And if you get lucky, you could run up some money on options. But again, it's going to be hard. All right, guys. All right, guys. Yeah, so the SEC is wanting Binance to halt activity, freeze. Yeah, we talked about it at our crypto show yesterday. It's kind of crazy, honestly. All right, guys. Again, the SPY at 435.50s here. Apple at 183s. Nvidia bouncing back a little bit. Tesla getting absolutely destroyed overnight. Look at Tesla right here, though. So look at Tesla in the middle. Tesla just big dump down. And again, it's not like I'm holding this. We'll see if it continues down here. Again, I could definitely see maybe some extension there. All right, guys. Again, what do you guys think is going to happen? Again, we are getting a little bounce in the SPY. Tesla back up to 248s. Nvidia down to 233s. We're still in our Disney trade here. Again, today we got jobless claims, retail sales, and the Philly Fed Index. So these are three fairly large releases. These aren't necessarily small. You can see the timer. We still got over an hour before these drop. But these aren't necessarily small releases here, guys. They're not small. And so, yeah, we'll see if we get anything good. Again, guys, Tesla at 248s here. Tesla at 248s. We got Nvidia at 423.50s. Hey, what's up, Beach? Hey, good morning, bro. How about that run on Nvidia? Yeah, Nvidia popping up big, man. Crazy big run. Holding well, better than a lot of other stuff. Will the U.S. dollar be bullish or not? I don't know. It depends on what the numbers show up as. Again, today we got jobless claims numbers. We got jobless claims expected to show up at 250,000. We got the Philly Fed Index expected at minus 13.5. We've got the ECB rate hike decision is today, guys. I forgot this. The ECB rate hike decision is today. That's the European rate hike decision. So the Europe's rate hike decision, similar to the FOMC yesterday, is today. And then we also have the ECB press conference. We've got retail sales, the Philly Fed Index, industrial production numbers, just a lot of stuff happening today, man, that'll influence markets as well. We do have Tesla bouncing back up to 249s here. We got Nvidia still holding. Okay. But again, they are expecting a 25 basis point rate hike from 3.25 to 3.5 for the rate hike for Europe here. So again, that drops in about an hour. 51 minutes to be exact here. And then we got the ECB press conference at 8:45. Industrial production numbers after that. We got Lagarde speaking. And then tomorrow we got European CPI dropping. Tomorrow pretty slow. We just got Michigan data coming out, but yeah, pretty slow tomorrow. And yeah, I mean, we'll see. Again, we'll see, guys. All right, guys. All right, so again, we got NVIDIA. NVIDIA's hitting the volume weighted average price level, the VWAP. Let's see if that holds. Still over an hour before the data comes out. I'm sorry, John, I can't hold this back. All I buy is in the money with high delta. It just works. Count the average true range on higher time frames. Find the strike with most open eye and volume. Ranges act like magnets. Yeah, I mean, hey, whatever you got working, keep doing it, brother. Congrats, man. Yeah. Okay, just had to. Oh wait, what's Tony saying? Hey, what's up, guys? SoFi is where the money is. Is it? SoFi down a lot today, man. I don't know. We'll see. Secrets to options. Don't get greedy. 100%, man. Secrets to options is just accepting a win and moving on. And then also being able to cut your losses. I think that's a big part. I think, like, if you let all your options expire, worthless instead of just selling them when they're not going to most likely work out, then I think, that's going to hurt the system. But again, I'm not really a big options trader. I might try to trade some options though on MooMoo though. All right, guys, the SPY at 435s. Again, Tesla at 248s. NVIDIA hitting 424s again, man. What a crazy ride for NVIDIA. Just a huge run. One of my kryptonites is that I'm too gullible with the advertisements on Twitter. A lot of these products are useful, I think, Many Twitter employees feel unsafe coming to work in downtown. Yeah. 2007, finish work and go drink and party all night with the cool kids. 2023, finish work and go home alone, turn on my air purifier, humidifier, transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulation device, and sit on my heating pad because these old boats. Sorry, I'm looking at Tiffany Michelle's post on Twitter. I feel you, man. I get it, dude. I'm old, man. I feel it. Actually, I don't really feel that old. The biggest way I feel old is my nausea. I'm constantly nauseous. Maybe like a week out of every 2 months, I feel nauseous, and then the rest of the time I feel fine. I should probably get a colonoscopy, realistically. So Tesla got a 37 out of 100 ESG score. Tesla got a 37 out of 100 ESG score, which is an environmental, like what's good for the environment, what's good for climate. Tesla got 37. Philip Morris Tobacco got an 84. What? So Philip Morris is better than Tesla. I mean, okay, look, I'm going to be objective here. I think they're most likely going to argue that because of Tesla's battery production, that's worse for the environment than producing tobacco products. That's probably what they're going to argue, and I get it. Again, SPY at 435.60s, 435.60s. Tesla at 249.30s. We got Nvidia still ripping up over the volume weighted average price, pressing over that 200 EMA now. Let's see if it actually holds. Starting to bounce a little bit. I did buy some Disney here. And we're about flat now. That's okay. Plan is to hold it long term. The Rubik's Cube world record has been broken at 3.13 seconds. ESG scores. Options are great for small accounts. You might not have the capital to buy, say, 100 shares AFD SPY, but a single contract giving you the same return can be bought with a small account. Yeah, for sure. Hey, y'all hit that like button. Bro, I hate everybody. I've already had an endoscopy, Stuart. So I've already had an endoscopy, bro. I had an endoscopy a couple years ago. They found that I had a mild to moderate hiatal hernia, and that's it. So my endoscopy was clear, but I guess I just worry about a colonoscopy. You know, I'm in my 30s, early 30s, and so yeah, we'll see what happens with Nvidia here. Nvidia started to press that 200 EMA. You can kind of see the VWAP and the 200 EMA level. Very relevant levels for market activity. Hey, nice. Yeah, my son, I want to teach my son how to do one. My son wanted to learn how to do a Rubik's Cube. He did one and then he gave up. He solved one and then he stopped. He didn't give up. He solved one and then he stopped. He's 9, you know, and then he never went back. I might need to buy him one. I started to learn, and I know like the pattern is like up one, left one, something. Like I vaguely remember the pattern. This was years ago. Yeah, lithium ions. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely cryptic. Nvidia wins. Yeah, I mean, I think well, yeah, options can definitely destroy your account. Yeah, that's true. That is true, Tyree. 100%, bro. That is true. Honestly, I made a video on it, dude. And I love donuts, too, dude. I grew up on Mary Lee. I grew up on Krispy Kreme, man. I eat freaking a quarter of a donut. I'm nauseous all day. Sucks. It's terrible. Oh, yeah, dude. Yesterday, I fell asleep at like 6 o'clock in the afternoon, dude. It was weird, man. So, like, and I'm still kind of weirded out by it. But, like, yesterday, I took a bath. And when I looked on my bath, I had these hives. I don't know what they were. They were little raised red bumps going all the way down my arm. And they're still going down it, but they're getting a little bit better. But I had like these raised red bumps on my arm. And so I started to kind of freak out. I ended up taking like a swig of Benadryl, and I just passed out at 6 o'clock. Woke up this morning at like 4:30 in the morning. I still don't know what the reason is. I've never been allergic to anything in my life ever. I'm not allergic to anything that I know of. So this is the first time I've ever had hives in my life. At least I think they're hives. I'm hoping they're not purpura, like a purpura rash, which is like bad, like artery and vein and blood problems. But yeah, no, I'm a big kombucha drinker. I also drink kefir and a couple other stuff. Yeah, it could be psoriasis. I don't know. Yeah, I'm in the U.S. All right, guys. NVIDIA now pulling back to the volume weighted average price. Again, we'll see if it actually holds here. But pulling back to the VWAP now. Yeah, I drink water. Yeah, sugar is kind of my one big kryptonite. Like I drink way too much sugar is really what it is. Like I drink so much sugar. I don't take so. Let me rephrase. I don't eat a ton of sugar, but like, hold on. But that's my one vice that like I'm trying to quit. I love ice cream and like sweets, you know. And like Carol, honestly, I blame Carol, dude. I really do. I love Carol, but I blame her because it's like I have pretty good willpower. Like I have pretty strong willpower, you know. Like I quit smoking years ago. Like I usually, if I really want to do something, I do. And I was trying to quit sweets, but like Carol goes to freaking Whole Foods, bro, and she will buy like 5 or 6 different like things of ice cream. She'll just buy so much ice cream, and then she'll eat it in bed, like right next to me. And so I don't care how much willpower you have. If you love ice cream and somebody right next to you is eating it, you're going to want some. And that's kind of what happens to me. I just get stuck kind of eating ice cream. And I'm trying to give it up. We'll see if I can or not. But I drink a lot of kombucha, kefir, and stuff like that for my stomach and gut health. So I do understand the logic of those. Anyways, NVIDIA ripped under the volume weighted average price. We are now under the VWAP. We're at 423s. All right, guys. So we got a little bounce back. Now we're now rejecting at the 200 EMA volume weighted average price for NVIDIA here. Yeah. You know, I got a lot of family members that smoke. And so I've learned it basically, like, I think that has helped me basically quit cigarettes completely. Like I quit cigarettes like 5 or 6 years ago. And I got a lot of family members, not Carol, but like I've got some, like my mom, you know, and some other family members smoke pretty regularly around me. And honestly, I just don't like doing it. Like what I realized is that like they can smoke it anytime. Like the couple times that I've kind of lacked discipline and I've ended up like hitting the cigarette, I just feel so much worse afterwards. Like I just feel bad. Like it's gross, man. It doesn't taste good, you know. Like I just end up feeling worse afterwards, and I remember that. And so the next time I get an urge to do it, I'm just kind of like, hey, you're gonna hit that thing, and you're gonna feel worse, you know. And so that's what helps. That's what helped me quit. Is that I just remember I felt worse. Yeah, definitely top 3 kefir drinkers in the world right now for sure. Uh, Adobe is having earnings today at 4 p.m. AI Heat will be seen again tomorrow. I don't know, man. I don't know how big Adobe is in terms of their earnings report. I mean, they're coming out today with earnings. Their numbers are expected. The symbol is ADBE. I don't know how AI related they are, I guess is the point here. So Adobe is expecting 383 EPS on Adobe is expecting 323 EPS on 4.78 billion in sales. We also had Kroger earnings this morning. They're probably out already. I think Kroger's already out with their numbers too. But yeah, market's mostly down. So we do have a drop in some stuff today. Again, the question is, do we buy some of this stuff up? I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But I don't know. Again, we still got 50 minutes. Yeah, they're doing AI art gen and charging extra for. When did they start doing that, Douglas? Yeah, that's what I feel like, Tupon. Yeah, I drink black coffee. I don't put sugar in my coffee. I think that's one of the worst ways you can wake up. Is waking up and then putting a bunch of sugar in your coffee. It's just terrible for you. Like the first thing you consume in the morning is incredibly important. So waking up and pounding sugar in your coffee is just terrible for you. Coffee is actually not bad for you if you don't put a bunch of crap in it. Like some people even do like coffee enemas. They say it fights cancer. Again, I'm not one of those people, but the point is, coffee can be relatively good for you if you don't pour a bunch of sugar in it. In my honor right now, TV. Hey, it's all good, dude. I don't know, Oliver. We'll see, dude. Yeah, but when did Adobe start doing the AI stuff? Because like if we look at Adobe here in the middle, here's Adobe. When did they start doing the AI art stuff? Because the question on okay, so for Adobe right now, this is let me see. So for Adobe, this is second quarter earnings. So this is second quarter earnings. Or no. Let me see. Is this third quarter earnings? Okay. I'm gonna pull up Benzinga instead. And let me pull up MooMoo here. I bet you MooMoo will show me this. Let me see. Explore options, markets. Let me pull up Adobe. Pre-market. So here's Adobe. I want to see the calendar. Where's the calendar at? All right, so yeah, Adobe. It's second quarter earnings today. So whether it's the AI is going to be reflected in their stuff is arguable, I think. Hey, what's up, Tyler? Raw egg and coffee. I'm all right. Yeah, I'm not going to buy back yet, but if we continue to dip, I'll probably end up buying some stuff is the way I'm looking at it. So, like, I'm not going to buy it back yet, but if we keep dropping, I might buy some stuff. Again, hit the subscribe button, guys. Hit the notification bell. We still got 45 minutes before all this stuff drops. We got about 433 votes. I'm also going to do a Twitter poll here as well. I forgot to do this one today, so... All right, guys. So again, today, retail sales. We got jobless claims. Philly Fed. So the Philly Fed might be interesting for like Tesla. I guess we're going to do a Twitter poll as well, like we always do. Again, hit that like button, bump that like number up. Let's do a Twitter poll now. And it helps to hurt. Do a positive reaction, negative reaction. We'll add another one for neutral. Again, today will be interesting. Tomorrow is kind of a quiet day, but today's good. So we got that poll live right now. Again, vote on that poll. Let us know what you guys think. Adobe has had a pretty strong time with AI and all that stuff too. Apple, little red day here. Tesla down. Nvidia still under that VWAP level. It's been holding that level pretty well, but it doesn't mean much yet. And again, if you want to vote on this poll that we just dropped on Twitter, I welcome you guys to do that. Here is the Twitter link if you want to check it out. It's the demographic of this channel. It's pretty varied. What is RTY? So yeah, Jen, it's pretty varied, honestly. Tomorrow is quad witching day. I forgot about that. So yeah, it is quad witching day. Quad witching day is when all 4 major contract types expire same day, which is stock futures, index futures, stock options, index options, all expiring the same day tomorrow. So it's a big day for market activity. Historically, it's a day of volatile price action. What's up, Tyler? I'm prehistoric if you're old. Yeah, it's all good. I'm saying I'm older than a lot of these kids here, you know. And so again, today we got jobless claims, the Philly Fed index, retail sales, all dropping same day today. And it's interesting too. So again, let's look at all this stuff. And so again, I'll put this up on screen so you guys can see it. Jobless claims are expected at 250,000. Philly Fed expected at, I think it's minus 15 point something. Let me see what it is. So yeah, the Philly Fed is expected at minus 13.5. So minus 13.5. And retail sales are expected at, again, retail sales expected at minus 0.1. Retail sales is relevant for inflation, minus 0.1%. Subscribe, watch the data release right here. And so here is the expectation numbers for all the stuff coming out today. That's the expected numbers right there. The Russell. Yeah, I don't really watch the Russell very much. Yeah, we do have the ECB rate hike decision too. I forget about that. So yeah, that drops in about 27 minutes. They're expecting 25 basis point rate hike for Europe. Vintage 90 tattoo machine. Yeah, man. The weirdest thing is when like you see a teenager call you sir. I think it's the most shocking when you get older. I was at the beach and a teenager walked by me and they were like, "Excuse me, sir." Then they asked me a question. And I was just kind of like, man, I guess I am a sir. My daughter calls me sir, but you know, I'm just not used to it. Market's starting to fall a little bit more here. The SPY's actually bouncing up a little bit, with Tesla dipping down some. Nvidia right at that volume weighted average price. I mean, me over here with my Master Chief, you know, coffee mug here. Sir John. And again, Disney's still dropping down. I might add a little bit more to Disney. It might be like 50 shares or something like that. I just think Disney's still pretty cheap right here. Maybe I'm wrong. What do you guys think? Yeah. So quad witching day is tomorrow. It's when all 4 major contract types expire same day. It's the 3rd Friday of the month. It includes stock options, index options, stock futures, index futures. So a lot of stuff dropping, and it'll be fun, man. We'll see what happens. So Jerome Powell says it could be a couple years before interest rate cuts. This is what some might call the biggest fraud robbery in the stock market, Mullen delisting coming soon. Bro, what do y'all expect, dude? Who genuinely thought Mullen would succeed as a company? Okay, seriously, guys. Like, if you really thought Mullen was going to be the next big EV brand, you're not paying freaking attention. All right, I'm not trying to be rude or mean here, but think about it. It's an up-and-coming EV brand that nobody's ever heard of, bro. Like, take yourself outside of the stock market. Think about it. If you could buy an EV, any EV you wanted, would you buy a Mullen? And if you had, especially if you had never heard about the stock, right? Of course not. They don't have the production numbers, right? They look like the CEO looks like the Wish.com version of Elon. It looks like he's trying to. He's got big sideburns. I don't know. Who actually thought Mullen would succeed as a company, right? Like, y'all got to stop buying like this nonsense. Stop believing everything you're told in the stock market. People want to pump up their own stuff. It's just kind of like, who actually thought Mullen was going to succeed as a company? Again, if you really did, you're not paying attention to the stock market. Yeah, no. I mean, I'm not buying a Mullen, dude. I'm not going to look like freaking Clark Griswold in National Lampoon's Vacation. That's not going to be me, driving that, like, again, it's just never going to happen. And again, if like, this is the Mullen CEO, I kind of feel bad for him. But this is the Mullen CEO right here. I saw an interview with him years ago. Immediately knew I didn't like Mullen as a company. Again, here's the problem, right? Here's the problem with the Mullen CEO. He's trying so hard to look cool that it ends up making him look less cool, right? You know what's cool? Money, right? Like, he goes to do an interview. I can't remember who did the interview with him. And he shows up in like a wolf t-shirt. He's got like a t-shirt with a wolf, like Dwight from The Office, like howling at the moon. And it's like, bro, like, you are the CEO of a publicly traded company, brother. Like, you're not Elon Musk, dude. Like, if you get $300 billion, you could wear a wolf t-shirt. But if you're the CEO of a really sketchy penny stock company, your job, your fiduciary duty to shareholders is to look professional, bro. Put on a freaking suit, dude. You're the CEO of a publicly traded company. My guy shows up in a freaking wolf t-shirt. It's like, dude, like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, this dude's trying too hard to be cool. Mullen's not going to succeed. They're just not. They're too small. Nobody wants to buy them. The CEO is not thinking about things. He's too worried about how he looks. And Mullen was not going to succeed. And of course, if you look at Mullen here, and now, of course, people are crying, oh, manipulation. It's like, bro, if you bought Mullen thinking it was going to be some great, like, nobody cries manipulation more than somebody that's losing 80, 90% in a penny stock. Nobody cries manipulation more. You look at a long-term chart. This is the long-term chart. If you got talked into buying this, I'm not saying you deserve it, but that's what happens. And again, I'm not trying to be mean, but like, some of y'all got to stop buying these terrible penny stock companies, man. These are terrible companies. The likelihood of Mullen's success is incredibly low. Best case scenario for Mullen is if they get bought out, if their technology gets bought out. That's the best case scenario. They're never going to succeed as a standalone automobile company. And I think even them getting bought out is low because I don't think people necessarily need their technology. If they did, they would have already been bought out, I think, And like, everybody knows what I'm saying is true. They might not like it, but Y'all know. Yeah, so CPI for Europe is tomorrow too. Lucid, Lucid. I think a lot of the up and coming EV brands are going to struggle. So I think a lot of them are going to struggle. I think they have better chances than Mullen though. Canoe. I like Wolf t-shirts, but not if I'm the CEO of a publicly traded company doing my first interview with the world. I'm not going to wear a Wolf t-shirt, bro. I'm going to put on a freaking suit, like you're supposed to. Again, I think this guy, look, I'm not trying to be a jerk. This guy really wants to be Elon. He tries to, he even kind of tries to look like him. You know what I mean? But the problem is he's not Elon, and nobody's ever heard of Mullen. And again, to put this into perspective, I've been saying this for years. Okay, like I've been saying this since I saw that interview, and in that period of time, Mullen has done this. So I'm not saying I warned you guys, but I definitely did. Some people got mad at me. They called me a hater. In hindsight, I was right. What do you know? But yeah. Anyways, we'll look at other stuff now. Nvidia still trying to make that pump here. So Nvidia, man, what a crazy try. Let's see if it breaks 440s. At 424s right now, still under that 200 EMA, still under the previous closing, the 200 EMA. Oh, if you're the international Wolf shirt supplier, bro, rock that stuff, dude. I'm not mad at that. But if you're the CEO of a publicly traded company, put on a freaking suit, dude. Unless you're Elon. Unless you got billions, and then it doesn't really matter. But even still, I still recommend. Charge point, I don't know. If jobless claims is less than expected, can we expect another pause? What will it cause a bull reaction today in the markets? Well, this one's a little bit more arguable. Sometimes higher than expected jobless claims numbers. Higher than expected jobless claims numbers means more people filing for unemployment. And so it depends on what the market wants. If the market is dovish and wants dovish, policy, then in that regard, we want to see economic growth. And so in that regard, we want jobless claims to be low. If the market is hawkish and wants to see hawkish, monetary policy, then we want jobless claims to come in high, which means more people filing for unemployment, which means less people working, which means less people spending, which means lower inflation. So that's basically the logic of it. Again, I'm not saying I agree with that, but with stuff like this, it really does vary in terms of reaction. We don't really know what the market's fearing right now. So we don't know whether the market's fearing. We don't know what the market's fearing right now. Market could be fearing, economic growth. The market could be fearing, economic weakness. Is the market fearing inflation or recession is the real question after yesterday's FOMC and PPI and CPI the prior days. That's what matters most. Like, what is the market fearing right now? If the market's fearing inflation, then we're going to want a hawkish result in terms of economic data. So if the market's fearing inflation, we're going to want to see higher than expected jobless claims, lower than expected retail sales, more negative Philly Fed index. If the market is fearing a recession now or whatever because of the sustained rate hike potential this year, then in that regard, we're going to want to see economic growth, high retail sales, low jobless claims, high Philly Fed index. So that's basically the logic. And again, I don't know what kind of reaction we're going to get. It certainly varies. We don't really know how the market's going to react to all this stuff too. Powell said he expects maybe 2 more this year. Raul. I'm going to keep the poll we have now since the economic data is going on, but maybe after the poll. Yeah. I think Palantir stock is interesting right now, Rory, because of AI. So I think AI, and I was skeptical of Palantir. I've heard Palantir for years and years and years, but I think the AI boom is helping it succeed. You know, and so it's interesting to watch just to see what happens with it with regards to AI. So space will start commercial space flights later this year. Might be a perfect time to jump in. I don't trust space, man. Again, I think the space industry is incredibly expensive. Margins are low, and it's very difficult to succeed in. And I've been saying this for years as well. This is another one of the ones I was skeptical in, and this one got incredibly hyped up. Everybody, like, this thing was at $40, $50, $60 a share. The whole time I was telling people I was skeptical of this because, again, space flights are expensive. It's going to be hard to build a business around that successfully. And so I was skeptical, and I thought everybody was pumping this thing up way too prematurely. And then sure enough, it was up to 30, 40, 50, 60s. And I was pretty bearish. And then sure enough, since then, it's dropped from basically $60 down to $4. Currently, it's sitting where. And so maybe we have a cheap, number here, and we might get a rebound and stuff like that. But again, as a whole over that business, I'm skeptical for space. And again, so I don't know. And I think a lot of people are stuck in it from those really obscenely high levels. And so that's influencing their bias. Of course, they're naturally bullish now because they're stuck from really high prices. But the reality is, what's the probabilities of this thing succeeding? And I don't know. I think there's risk, personally. Why Paul skipped just to do 2 more rate hikes. So it's probably just to kind of let things settle down a little bit. Yeah, hit the like button, guys. We appreciate it. John Deere? I think John Deere will always be necessary and useful, at least right now. Very strong year for, very strong few years for them as well. Maybe there could be some arguments for extension. It depends on what like the PE ratio is for Deere. PE ratio currently for Deere is about 13, so still pretty cheap PE ratio. So they've just been earning money, man. Good for them. All right, guys, we got 30 minutes, guys. 30 minutes before this numbers come out. 30 minutes here, team. Let's see what happens here. I'm ready. We got jobless claims, Philly Fed index. I'm ready. And market started to bounce back a little bit too. John, 120,000 subs by the end of the year. Oh yeah, we'll definitely hit that. Without question, we'll hit that. We average about 2,000 to 3,000 subs a month. So we got 6 more months. So yeah, we got about 12 to 15,000. Anywhere between 12 and 15,000 subs, but market activity probably picks up a little bit more in the fall months as well. So I think we'll probably go a little bit faster in those months too. So yeah, we'll definitely hit 120 by the end of the year. John, how many stocks do you have? No, right now I have less than 10. The only thing I'm holding right now is gold, Coca-Cola, Disney, and AMC. Those are the only 4 stocks. I had a bunch more swings that I liquidated yesterday. Because of ahead of the FOMC. Now, maybe if we get big enough pullbacks, I'll start to buy some back, or if we get some good momentum, I might attack those. But yeah, that's where we're at now. For some reason, I feel like it's going to be a bigger rate hike on the next one, either because, well, he said there's no rate hike on this one, so this was a pause or a skip. For the next one, we'll probably raise rates, and the probability of that, I think, is like 70, 80% right now. So the likelihood of a rate hike for the next one's pretty high. Again, y'all give me a follow on Twitter. At Beginner Trades is my Twitter handle. We post pretty regularly. We do polls every day, and it's just a great way to interact with stock market stuff. And so again, there's the link right there. Hit that follow button if you haven't already, guys. We appreciate the love. Buy some calls for SoFi today. Hey, good luck, man. All right, guys. So again, I'm ready for the open today. It'll be a fun day, man. We'll see what we get, but I am ready. It'll be a fun and interesting day today, I think. All right, so we do have the SPY all the way back up at 436s here. 436 on the SPY. Again, you look at the watch those. So yeah, so the probability of a rate hike, let me refresh this. The probability of a rate hike is at about 72% right now. So I have 72%. So this is for the next meeting. 72% expect a rate hike of about 25 basis points for the next meeting. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. We still got about 24 minutes before we get the actual results here. And yeah, we'll see. I'm excited to see if we get anything good, man. Let me see. I got so many freaking windows up right now. Let me pause this and then we will put this up. The 10 and 2 year old has Kroger posted earnings yet? I'm pretty sure they're out with theirs already. Kroger. So the symbol is KR. Let me look. Yeah, Kroger posted 151 EPS on revenue of 45.17 billion. I'll put these numbers up in chat. So Kroger did. They reaffirmed their fiscal year identical sales without fuel and adjusted EPS guidance. So here is Kroger results right now. So that is Kroger's results there. And again, we'll see if we hit or miss those today. We still got 22 minutes before the numbers come out, guys. 22 minutes. Wait. Ooh. There we go. And so yeah, again, Kroger, they did drop their numbers here. There we go. And so yeah, Kroger. We have Krogers here in Texas. I don't really go to them much because they're kind of expensive. So I don't really go to them a ton because they're a little bit pricey. But you know, they are a pretty big brand here in Texas too. And if you look at Kroger here, Kroger is ultimately reacting negatively to this. It ended up popping up. They're at $46 right now. If we look at like a longer term chart on Kroger, and they're at 47.20s right now. 47.20s. Again, we're still watching NVIDIA, though. I'd love to see if NVIDIA holds these gains. I think NVIDIA has been fun to trade. It's just been really, really volatile. It's right at the VWAP here, right at the volume-weighted average price. Again, Tesla is down big today. SPY is down big. We can take a look at like Apple here. And again, jobless claims, retail sales, the Philly Fed Index, will influence the market in about 20 minutes here. And so, yeah, we're at 435.80s, 435.80s on the SPY. All right, guys. So again, Nvidia right at the VWAP here. I'm not confident in buying this yet until it actually does something over the VWAP here. 20 minutes now until the data results. You can also see the SPY is right at this volume weighted average price level. I might take a small short position on the SPY right now. So we're gonna take a small short position. And again, we'll see if this actually holds, guys. It's right there. So we'll see if it actually holds. Now we got one short position here. Up a little bit. We need a little bit larger size. So I'm going to take 100 shares real quick here on the SPY. Just 100 shares. I mean, not just 100 shares. That's like a 40,000 share position. But we'll take that. And yeah, we'll see if it holds. See. Let me make sure we're logged in. There we go. All right, so we're down $2 here. All right. We're up $1 here on this trader. So and yeah, let me go ahead and put the music back on here. I think I accidentally limited the music. There we go. We got 18 minutes here, guys. 18 minutes. What will happen to gold if a good report? Gold's mostly been moving with the market. So you know, I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, I think it's interesting enough to watch. Bad report, good for market. Yeah, I mean, it depends on if the market's fearing inflation or not. And again, in that regard, I really don't know. So yeah, in that regard, I really don't know. I don't know if we're going to come in good or bad. I cut my loss on AMC. Now people are getting... Yeah, so pause and skip. Skip means that like we're not going to raise rates this cycle, but we'll raise rates next cycle, thus skipping rate hikes for one cycle. That's why they call it a skip. That's what happened yesterday. Yeah, this market results in terms of data today with jobless claims. We don't really know what the market's going to do. We don't know what the market's going to do. We don't know. This is not as predictable of a release. It will cause volatility in markets, but it's certainly not as predictable. Oh, yeah, there is the European rate hike decision in about 5 minutes as well, guys. So we got 3 minutes. I'm sorry. So in 3 minutes, ECB announces their rate hike decision. We'll see how that goes. But they are expected to raise rates 25 basis points. I'm pretty sure they will. I mean, again, just like us, it's usually typically pretty easy to predict what's going to happen here. Again, 25 basis points from 3.25 to 3.5, 25 basis point increase is pretty likely here. But again, you never know for sure. Like, we don't know for sure. Big Euro news too. Question, do you think you can make a living just trading without money from YouTube or any other business? I mean, it depends on how big my account is. Right now, with the size of my account, it depends on what you call a living. I think if I really tried to on TOS or any stock platform with, you know, $50,000 to $100,000 account, I think I could really push for like 20 to 25% of that a year. And so 25% of 100K is 25K. So I think I could, it's possible I do that, but it's certainly not a given, of course. So in the end, I don't know. I am green on the year trading in TOS. But again, I don't really claim to be a big market expert. Like, I'm not claiming to be a guru or an expert. I'm not even claiming to be a good trader. Like, that's not what the channel's about. Like, a lot of times people who want to criticize me try to label as me like a day trading guru, but I never claim to even be good at day trading. Like, the reality of it is we're just a resource and community. And I think sometimes people want to critique me. And so, like, it's really hard to critique somebody that says, hey, I'm not an expert. I can't claim anything. I don't guarantee any profits or results. Not an investment professional. I'm not even claiming to be a good trader. I think that's really hard to critique. And so I think sometimes people, like, they want to make me a guru so they can critique me. But in the end, guys, I don't even claim to be a good trader. Again, Apple at 183s here. We'll see if it holds. Really, we're just an economic release channel. Like, mostly we cover economic data. My swing trades, I think, are better than my day trades. We have a family-owned grocery store in our town, but it got bought out by a chain store out of Colorado. Might be because they are building a quick trip. Maybe. All right, guys, we got the ECB rate hike decision, and they ended up raising rates 25 basis points as expected. So the deposit rate for June was 3.5, and that's up from 3.25. Again, 25 basis point rate hike. So we'll put that up on screen. Again, now in 15 minutes, we have the rest of this data. I'm definitely top 3 greatest of all time ever. But so how do you make your money than YouTube? I mean, I do a bunch of different stuff, man. I'm a real estate agent. I also program some with JavaScript, React Native, mostly front-end mobile development. I do make money from YouTube. I trade. But I guess the point is, like, my money's diversified. Like, I got a lot of different income sources. But yeah, certainly make money from YouTube. Absolutely. All right, guys, so we are now nicely green in this trade. I'm going to go ahead and cover some of this here just because I can. So I'm going to take half of the position off and then maybe, hold the rest. Again, we still got 12 or 13 minutes. I use some TypeScript. All right, so we are still breaking down here. This is really nice. I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit more off here if I can. So, yeah, we just locked in some more. Again, we bought the short. The reason we bought this short is because we pulled back to the 200 EMA and the volume weighted average price. And it's pretty probable that we're going to reject sometimes when we pull back to that level here. So that's ultimately the goal, is just to try to catch that level. Yeah, diversification. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. I mean, again, yeah, I appreciate you guys. All right, so we're still breaking down. But again, I mean, people can, like, in the end, of course, I'm going to make money doing this. I could lie and say, "Oh, guys, I'm in this out of the kindness of my heart." You know, I'm just doing this to be kind. Of course not. I'm doing this to make money. I'm not sitting here for 5-7 hours a day sometimes out of the kindness of my heart. Nobody is. Nobody on YouTube is. If they're putting content on YouTube, they're doing so to make money or to benefit themselves in one way or another. And that's a reasonable expectation, you know. Some people get mad at when other people make money. I don't. I think that's very narrow-minded. I think, of course, people are going to make money doing what they're doing, and that's an understandable thing. Anytime I plug a sponsor, though, I always tell people, look, I'm biased in their favor. They're paying me money, and I think I do that much more than most other people on YouTube. So I'm more transparent, I think, in that regard than most of the other people, because I'd rather just be real with people. Yeah, so ECB raised rates 25 basis points, 25 basis point rate hike. Yeah, I'm not going to be specific about how much I make in a month. Look, I already got enough haters. I don't need more. And if I told you guys, I would definitely get more. But I'm going to go ahead and cut this and just keep the little baby gain here on TOS. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's all good, dude. I'm not saying you were. Hey, thank you, Justin. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. All right, guys. Hey, we got 10 minutes here. 10 minutes, guys. We got about 600 people here. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. We appreciate it. We're super close to hitting 110,000 subscribers. So I'm going to throw this bad boy in sub-only mode. So, hey, announce yourself if you're subscribed. Everybody do your shout-outs now, showing me that you're subscribed. I appreciate the love and support. What's up, Benny? Yeah, exactly, Chris. This is a daily diary. You are a good guy, John. There are many fake guru traders on YouTube. Oh, absolutely, bro. And again, the reality of it is it's unfortunate. Like, there's a lot of people that are just, again, if I sell a course or a service and claim to be an expert, I'm going to be tempted to fudge my numbers because I need that credibility. You know what I mean? And so I'd rather just not sell a course because of that, because I don't want to be tempted to fudge my numbers. And I do take trades off stream. I do trade off stream. I do trade sometimes on stream. And so it's not like y'all are seeing all of my trades or anything like that, but I never claimed that y'all are. And so I just try to be as real as I can with people. Hey, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you, Sonny, Andre, Titanium. Yes, again, we'll see what happens. Again, 250,000 is what is expected for jobless claims here. 250K. We'll see if we hit it, guys. We see if we hit it. We got jobless claims, retail sales, the Philly Fed Index, all dropping, in about 9 minutes. All dropping in about 9 minutes. Thank you, Tim, Alex. Hey, thanks, guys. I appreciate it, team. Hey, thank you, bro. Why the market ended red yesterday? Why did the market end red yesterday? How exactly is a rainbow made? How exactly does a sun set? How exactly does a posi track rear end on a Plymouth work? It just does, okay? Shout out to Joe Dirt. But yeah, as for why the market really ended red yesterday, it was probably because we were baked in to a certain extent to the rate hike decision announcement that we had yesterday. So I think people, if you look at a 20-day chart on the SPY leading up to yesterday, the market's up a ton over the last 20 days. So in that regard, it's like, look, the green action has already been baked into the market. Everybody already expected a pause. It was like 98%. It's one of the more polarized ones that we've done lately, where a large majority of people expected a pause. And so with that expectation already out there, the market went up in anticipation of the rate hike decision. And then when it was announced that we did as expected, which was a pause, profit taking probably started to happen from people who have rode the market up like this, over the last 20 days or so, I think is what happened. So like you can kind of see the big bull action over the last 20 days. And this pullback is very small. It's not like it's a crazy big pullback or anything like that. Like this isn't the end of the world. Today will be the real tell of what happens with all this stuff going on. Sorry, it's a Joe Dirt quote if you didn't understand where the quote came from. Keep on keeping on, guys. Joe Dirt, great movie, man. That's where that quote was from. Definitely top 3. Hey, thank you, Mike. I appreciate it, bro. But yeah, guys, hey, we got 7 minutes here, 7 minutes. Yeah, I mean, again, like what mattered more than any of that stuff is what Powell said during the press conference. And Powell, I'm not going to say he was super bearish, but it definitely wasn't bullish. The Q&A was, I think, a little bit more bearish than Powell's comments as a whole during the meeting yesterday. I think the Q&A was a little bit more bearish than the comments itself, but yeah. Hey, thank you, Gaurav. 7 stocks made the bull market. Yeah, I mean, it's mostly been AI stocks, to be honest. Yeah, it's possible financial fight. Ended red because people sold. Yep. All right, guys. NVIDIA almost back up to 424s, though. SPY still breaking down. I guess I could have held my short, but it's all good. All right, guys. We got about 700 people here. Subscribe if you haven't yet. We Appreciate the love. We got our Twitter poll. We asked people, does jobless claims, retail sales, and the Philly Fed Index help or hurt the market right now? 57% think we're going to have a positive reaction, 24% think negative, and 19% think we're going to get a neutral reaction. On YouTube, about 42% of people out of over 700 votes think we're going to get a bullish reaction. 39% think bearish. So pretty mixed here. So we got a little bit of everything. 11% think neutral, and then 9%. I can respect the 9% that said I don't know, because that's the right answer, I think. All right, guys, we got 5 minutes here. 5 minutes. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen, Gaurav. So I don't think it's going to happen, bro. I appreciate all the Twitter follows. Don't think we will drop more. So yeah, again, the question is, what is the market fearing? If the market is fearing an inflation, if the market's fearing inflation, then we're going to want less economic growth, what's called hawkish policy numbers. So hawkish numbers in this regard would be if jobless claims came in high, retail sales came in low, and the Philly Fed Index was more negative than expected. Dovish numbers, which means an expanding monetary policy where we want economic growth, would be jobless claims being low, the Philly Fed and retail sales being high. And so again, this will tell us, we don't know what the market's fearing right now. We don't know what the market wants necessarily. What we will see here is what the market's fearing, right? So if we get positive reactions from economic growth, then the market's fearing a recession more than inflation, and the market wants economic growth. The market is dovish. If we get negative reactions to economic growth, then the market is what's called hawkish. Market means the market's still fearing inflation heavily. And again, it'll be a real tell. We'll see. We got 3.5 minutes, guys. 3.5 minutes or 4. We got about 4 minutes left. But yeah, again, subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit the notification bell. I appreciate the love. We're almost to we are so close to hitting 110,000 subscribers. And hey, we appreciate the love, guys. Let's see what we get. Why is the euro moving up? I don't know. ECB announced their rate hike decision. That might be what it is. And again, I'm about to switch all my money over to a company called MooMoo for trading. MooMoo charts are very much like TOS, very similar to TOS. And again, the cool thing is that there's almost zero commission option trades. And so I'm probably going to start trading options. They do zero, they have 0 days to expiry options and all that stuff. So probably starting next week, I'm going to actually start day trading stocks and swing trading my stocks on a company called MooMoo. And MooMoo's got a really good promotion going on right now. It's kind of like Webull, but I think there's a lot of benefits over Webull. The platform is very similar. It gives you really quick, up-to-date news, and I've been using MooMoo to get my news lately. That's why it's called MooMoo, which is kind of another word for news releases. But again, if you open up an account just alone, you get 1 free stock. If you deposit $100, you get up to 5 free stocks. So you can get up to 15 free stocks valued at up to $2,000 each on MooMoo. And I think they also have 24/7 orders. You can put in orders at 24/7 on MooMoo. And I know Robinhood just opened that up, but I think this is a little bit better. And I think a lot of people don't really want to support Robinhood in that regard. And so MooMoo might be a better option for you guys if you want to try that out as well. Again, all the way around, they are a sponsor of mine. And so it's a great way to help support the channel. But yeah, if you want to get up to 15 free stocks, I will post this link. I'll also pin it to the top of the chat if you do want to check it out. And so here is the link for that. Again, I'll pin it to the top of the page so you can check it out. Again, about a minute and a half left, guys. About a minute and a half left. EA uses AI technology. When does eBay earnings come out? Again, we got the SPY in the left. I'm going to put the SPY in the middle. And then I'm going to put up like gold on the right, the dollar index on the left. So there's gold, the dollar index. Yeah, so get some free stocks. Hey, listen, somebody said, hey, I only got $500. Open up an account on MooMoo. Deposit that deposit at least $100. You'll get some free stocks, man. And a lot of the other ones are giving like half shares, and so these are actually free stocks, more than half shares. All right, guys, here we go. We got less than a minute here, about 850 people here. Again, subscribe if you haven't yet, guys. Hit the notification bell. We appreciate it. All right, so 20 seconds, guys, 20 seconds. This timer is a little bit off. 20 seconds, guys. Let me get everything ready here. All right, so there's the release here, guys. Right now, here's the release. All right, so there we go. So import exports just came in. All right, so core retail sales came in at 0.1%, guys. 0.1% versus 0.1% expected. Jobless claims, the Philly Fed index came in slightly more negative than expected. Again, core retail sales came in at 0.1% as expected here. Regular retail sales came in positive at 0.3%. So regular retail sales came in at positive at 0.3%. I don't see jobless claims numbers out yet, but I do see the Philly Fed index came in lower than expected. All right, there goes jobless claims. Jobless claims came in higher than expected at 262 versus 250. Jobless claims came in at 262 versus 250. 262 versus 250, so higher than expected jobless claims, which is less economic growth. Market's moving up, the dollar index is moving down, and gold is moving up. Retail sales came in at 0.3% versus minus 0.1%. So retail sales and jobless claims showed more economic growth than expected. And then the Philly Fed index came in more negative than expected. So 2 out of 3 of these were dovish releases, more economic growth than expected, and the Philly Fed index had less. All right, we'll put this up on screen. Again, core retail sales came in as expected at 0.1. Retail sales came in higher than expected. So what this ultimately showed is more economic growth than expected here is what this showed. More economic growth than expected. Again, regular retail sales showed 0.3 versus minus 0.1%. And again, subscribe if you haven't yet. Here is the full reports right here. Here's the full reports. Again, subscribe if you haven't yet, guys. We appreciate it. But overall, the market bounced up a little bit here, but it wasn't a huge bounce. Gold is reacting positively here too. Look at the pop in gold. The dollar index is not liking this, of course, because again, this is a more dovish reaction. But yeah, you can see all the numbers there. The SPY didn't really move that much. It depends on what the market fears. It's not like one's bull, one's bear. It really depends on what the market fears here. If the market is fearing a recession, this is good for the most part. 2 out of 3 were positive. If the market's fearing inflation, then this is going to be seen as negative. Look at this big drop. So look at this big fluctuation in price. Big order going through. Dollar index is dropping down here. So it's better than expected for equity so far, I think. But yeah. Really interesting here. Thoughts, guys? What do you guys think about this? Gold's still moving up. We'll see if the SPY holds right now, guys. We'll see if the SPY holds. And again, if you haven't already, guys, again, check out MooMoo. Again, I'm probably going to switch over to MooMoo in the next in the next week here. I'm switching over to MooMoo as my stock trading platform because MooMoo has 0 commission stock and options trades, 24/7 trading. That's one of the real reasons you put in orders 24/7 on MooMoo. And that's one of the real reasons I'm switching over to them because ultimately I just think that's better than TOS. Also, again, if you signed up there, it's a lot like Webull. Again, the platform is very similar to Webull. If you look up the platform here, you get all this data. You get PE ratio, you get short float, float cap, shares, market cap, turnover, volume, average price. The charts are very similar to like, if we look at the charts are very similar to TOS. 24/7 orders, 0 commission stock and option trades. There's just a lot of reasons to do it. And again, if you sign up, Right now, you can get up to 15 free stocks valued at up to $2,000 with a $100 deposit or more. So again, check them out. It's pinned at the top of the page. I appreciate the love and support. Help your boy out and help support the channel. They are a sponsor of mine, but again, we are going to be switching over to them. And again, I like it because it's kind of like a mix of like Benzinga, TOS. You can kind of see all the stuff: market cap, shares, float, short float, minimum trading volume, PE ratio of Apple right now is about 30. Market's reacting negatively right now, though, dipping down. So market's reacting negatively here. They're at 435s on the SPY. Gold is pushing up mostly from this report, now dipping down some. I'm waiting for the Twitter messages from Powell saying he bought Bitcoin. I don't know, dude. I don't know if that's going to happen. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, do y'all think we're going to hit a soft landing this year? Is the real question. Which means, if you don't know what a soft landing is, a soft landing means that we raise rates enough to curb inflation without causing a recession, is what a soft landing means. Do y'all think we're going to hit that or not? I don't know. Gold and other asset classes are moving up a little bit more than the S&P. The S&P is actually moving down right now. Look at this. So we were actually dropping down. We're at 435s here. Yeah, again, they're kind of mixed. I'm not saying they're super hot. I'm saying the numbers are kind of mixed. To be honest, they were mixed results. So again, Philly Fed Index came in worse for economic growth, lower than expected. Jobless claims came in higher than expected, worse for economic growth. Jobless claims came in higher than expected, worse for economic growth. The Philly Fed Index came in lower than expected, or higher than expected, negatively, worse for economic growth. Retail sales came in positive, but again, they're kind of mixed in that, like, what this shows me right now is that the market, this doesn't really show us too much because it's kind of mixed results here. So it's kind of sideways. Again, retail sales showed dovish response. Philly Fed and jobless claims showed a hawkish result. Right? Less economic growth. Higher jobless claims means less people working. Hawkish. Philly Fed Index, more negative than expected. Hawkish. Retail sales, higher than expected. Dovish here. And gold's liking this. Gold is up to 1950s. So that's good for gold. The dollar index is still breaking down, though, here. So that's kind of the results we got right now. What do you guys think the market's going to do moving forward here, though, team? Again, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm waiting. Empire State Manufacturing came in really good, though. Was that today or was it the Philly Fed? It was the Philly Fed. Oh, we did have the New York State Manufacturing Index. Yeah, it did come in much more positive than expected. So again, very mixed results here. Like a bunch of them came in dovish, a bunch of them came in hawkish, and so it's kind of mixed results here. Stick around. We are going to day trade the opening bell. And we're going to day trade the opening bell on a company called TopStep. TopStep just opened up a bunch of new symbols as well, guys. So TopStep just opened up. You can trade the mini Bitcoin. So you can trade Bitcoin and ETH on TopStep right now. So they just added this today. It's a big announcement. We got a video dropping after the stream. But you can now day trade crypto to a certain extent on TopStep. Look at this flush in the market here, guys. Wow, look at the market flushing down. It's at 435s right now, 435s. Again, let me know what you guys think is going to happen here. Very interesting. But yeah, like I said, TopStep just opened up. Now you can trade crypto and a bunch of other symbols. So they just opened up. Let me show you guys what they opened up here. So they opened up. So yeah, they opened up this. So here's the new release for TopStep. So now you can trade micro gold, so MGC, micro crude oil, micro Bitcoin, micro ETH, micro silver, micro Euro FX. So M6E is the new symbol. So you can trade some Forex, micro Australian dollar, peso, gas, heating oil, platinum, and the New Zealand, the NZ dollar. You can trade all that stuff on TopStep right now. And again, if you don't know what TopStep is, they're a sponsor of mine as well. They are a funded account program for futures. Great way to day trade. If you don't have that much equity and you want to get started day trading, the futures market is probably where you want to go. In futures, you can day trade the S&P, you can day trade the NASDAQ, you can day trade currencies like I just showed you. Now on TopStep, you can day trade crypto in futures. No PDT rule. You can day trade and short these with no PDT rule. TopStep is the most legit futures funded program in the world. They give you a demo and they test your skill. And if you can hit the target on their demo while following their rules, they fund you between $50K up to $150K with a 90% split. But you guys got to remember, if you're new, most new traders are going to lose. Most new traders are going to lose. And so if you put up 20K yourself, you're going to lose thousands of dollars most of the time as a day trader that's brand new. It's much cheaper to test yourself this way than put the money up yourself. You still get a lot of benefits. If you pass Top Step, you get to keep $10,000 of your first withdrawal. And then after that, it's a 90-10 split. And so after that, if you make 20K, you keep 18,000 of that. They keep 2 since they're funding you that money. And again, really useful. They pay out millions, fund thousands a year. They've been around for over 10 years. They're kind of the gold standard of funded account programs that traders trust the most. And again, they are a sponsor of mine, but if you want to check it out, it's a great way to help support the channel. Here's the link. Check it out. Yeah, it's honestly really cool. I'm going to try to trade Bitcoin today. It just depends on if we get some volatility today in Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been really low liquidity and really slow, but I might try to trade it today. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, Top Step does funding coaches as well. So they have free funding coaches. They got a bunch of stuff. Yeah, that's such a dope Top Step update. It really is. We got a video dropping after the stream that you'll be able to check out, but that's a cool update. Market's all the way down to 435s here. Gold rejecting at the 200 EMA and the volume weighted average price. The dollar index is still breaking down, which is really interesting. One of the things that you want to look at in nuances of the market today is that the dollar index and the S&P are moving with each other right now. Generally, there's a negative correlation between the Dixie and the market, but right now there's a positive correlation, it looks like. So super interesting here. We'll see what happens there. Y'all good. Yeah, very strange positive correlation. Yeah, I mean, guys, we're going to plug sponsors. Again, on average, we do 4 to 5 plugs a day. In a 4-hour stream, that's a little bit less than a plug, or a little bit more than 1 plug an hour. I think that's very reasonable. I mean, people are going to complain, but like, I think that's very reasonable. Some people just don't like other people making money, and that's all good. But yeah, we're going to watch bonds as well. EU hike. Yeah, so we got 25 basis point rate hike for Europe. Big tech needs a correction. Yeah, a lot of people are going to consider tech extended right now. A lot of people are. And so it'll be fun to see what happens here. But yeah, a lot of people are going to consider tech extended currently. Thursday and Friday are moving days. The market makers use it to shake out week. Yeah. Bond, James Bond. It's not, as long as it's not Jason Bond, I'm okay with it. You know. Apple run. Yeah, hey, we'll see what happens. Futures now more red with jobless claims, etc. 10-year rising means stocks fall. You do you, but I'm bearish for today. Spy put should pay nicely. Yeah. The same thing is happening with Bitcoin and Dixie. They usually trade inversely, but are moving together for the most part. Yeah, so it's really interesting what's going on right now. There's a lot of positive correlations with markets too. And thank you, Gaurav, my guy, man. Thank you for becoming a member, bro. Shout out to Gaurav here. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, sir. Check me out on YouTube, bro. Look at my stats last month, dude. Look at my stats last month. I'm proud of these stats, bro. So last month we grew by 3,000 subs. We had almost 300K. We had over 250,000 views last month. About 4 million views, minutes watched on my channel. So thank you guys for the growth here. We appreciate it. Again, y'all subscribe. Hopefully we'll hit 110K sometime this week or next. Jason. Nah, some of you OG traders might understand the Jason Bond joke. Some of y'all might understand it. Yeah, Pierce Brosnan from GoldenEye. He's the only real one. He's the GOAT. Hey, nice YG. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, sir. When you hit 66% win rate, will you drop the sponsors? No. No, I won't. Hey, thank you, A. Thank you, A. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, all good, man. It's a good option. Again. Oh, bro, I was on that GoldenEye when I was young. I'd still play it if we could. My son, I should show it to my son here. My son might want to play it. All right, guys. So again, market's starting to consolidate here. Gold's still pushing up a little bit. Hey, baby, you want to come say hey? All right. My wife Carol's here. She's got her Def Leppard shirt on. Everybody say hey.
Good morning.
Fair, thanks for answering. Yeah, all good, man. Unless you plan on, yeah, Chris is right. Again, y'all can't get mad if I make money. I mean, listen, I'm here for 4 hours a day. You know, sometimes 7. Yesterday I was here for 7 hours. Oh yeah, you got the Def Leppard shirt, huh?
Yeah. I have the hiccups right now, though.
You know, if you hold your breath and take a sip of water upside down, it really does stop hiccups. Again, I don't know why, but I tried it and it worked.
It's just gonna come out your nose. I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
Morning, everyone.
Yeah. All right, market started to bounce back a little. It's at 435.
All right.
All right, baby. All right, love you.
Love you. Good luck, everyone.
Everybody, thank Carol. All right, Carol's out of here.
All right, love you.
All right, love you. Have a good day. All right. Yeah, I don't know why that works for hiccups. It honestly does work, though. I've tried it. Don't ask me where, but I did try it, and it did work. I think I went like this, kind of upside down, and I drank water. It worked, man. Again, I'm not saying it's going to work for y'all, but it worked for me. All right, guys. Dollar index at 102.80s. 102.80s. Again, I'm going to get ready to trade here. Stick around, guys. In about 45 minutes, we are going to trade, too. So stick around. In 45 minutes, we will be trading today. We are going to try to trade actively. The carbonation in your stomach gets displaced. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Definitely top 3 wives in the world right now, for sure. Definitely one of my top 3 wives in the world. Definitely top 3 for my wives in the world right now. Yeah, I'm going to have to go make some more coffee. Yeah, you know, when I think about all the wives I've had, you know, Carol's definitely one of the top 3. Honestly, we just watched that movie, that documentary, Keep Sweet. Bro, if you have not seen that Keep Sweet documentary, dude, it is a trippy documentary. It's just weird, honestly. I'm not gonna be specific, but go watch it. It's weird. All right, guys. Mark is bouncing back really nicely here. It's almost at the volume weighted average price. Let's see if it holds. It's starting to move up there. It's starting to move. So we're starting to move up here. Again, we'll see if it holds, guys. We'll see if it holds. But man, yeah, new Top Step additions here. Again, we're going to try to trade crypto today too, but we're mostly going to trade the S&P at the open. All right, SPY now over the level at which the numbers came out. So the SPY is now over the same level at which the numbers came out. It's at 435.70s. Right now, gold is still pushing up. The dollar index is still dropping. NVIDIA is starting to test that previous high level up there too. Why is the market down, Jod? I don't know. Probably because it's up so much over the last 20 days that eventually when stuff goes up, it's going to go down. You know, market does a stair step. Generally, the natural long-term state of the market is this. Right, like I talked about this yesterday, but the natural long-term state of the market is this. S&P 500 moves up, big crash. Everybody gets panics. Investors start to buy up. Market moves back up, stays up. In the time in between crashes varies. Big crash. Market corrects, starts to come back up. Continues to go back up. Sometimes the crash happens a little bit sooner, crash. Sometimes the crash happens sideways, but it continues. That's the normal state of the market here. And again, that's the most profound edge the market will ever give you, is that long-term stocks go up. Long-term blue chips go up. And so, you know, people are asking me, why is the market down today? Sometimes there's no rhyme or reason for it. Sometimes it's just because the market's up. Like, here's a 20-day chart. Sometimes it's just because the market's been doing this over the last 20 days. Yeah, the John Madden pin. Hey, definitely top 3 John Madden pins in the world right now. Tesla's gone up 13 days in a row. Has it really? Well, it's finally gapped down a little bit. I guess it was time to pull back some. It's just up so much. It's probably time. All right, guys. So again, this new update on Top Step's pretty dope, man. I'm pretty excited about it, dude. If you look at the new update here, check it out, man. So all right, hold on, wrong one. So yeah, look at the new update here. Micro gold, micro crude, micro Bitcoin, micro ETH, micro silver, micro Euro FX. I think that's the cool one here. So it's the Euro FX futures contract, and you can day trade, short it in futures, no PDT rule. Micro Australian dollar, micro Mexican peso, RBOB gas, heating oil, platinum, NZ dollar. And so this is all now updated to where you can trade this stuff in futures on Top Step now as well. So huge rule change for Top Step, big rule change. And yeah, I'm excited about it, guys. No, I'll have to check it out. I'm honestly surprised the market isn't down more. Pause was expected, but statement was bearish. Yeah. Again, remember. Yeah, nothing straight up or down. I think crypto cats are getting out of the crypto. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think there's vulnerabilities in crypto right now. Nvidia's still surging up, though, guys. Look at gold. So gold pulling back. The market's still pumping up, mostly because of Nvidia here. Here's Nvidia right here. So Nvidia surging up to 424.50s. 424.50s. Yeah, you can trade them on the compound, I'm pretty sure. Let me see if there's a regular Bitcoin. I haven't tried it yet. Yeah, so there's no regular, it's just micro. So Bitcoin is MBTU3. MBTU3, and you can kind of see that here. MBTU3, and then there's ETH, which is METU3 for ETH. Nvidia pop, yeah, Nvidia's still moving here. Look at it, over the volume weighted average price, over the 200 EMA here, up to 424.60s. You can use a bunch of different ones, smart money. So like I'm using Quant Tower, but you can use like Trading View. You can use, there's so many different ones. You can use like a bunch of different ones. There's like, I would say like 15 to 20, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Again, if you want to check them out, here is the link for them. But I think like you can use Tradeovate. I use Quant Tower, but you can use Trading View. So there's just a lot of different ones that you can use. But look at Nvidia up to 425s, 425s. All right, we still got about 35 minutes. Man, look at NVIDIA surging here, guys. 425.20s here. 425.20 SPY over the 200 EMA. It's currently at 436s right now. The dollar index is starting to bounce back too. Again, confirming the positive correlation with the Dixie or the dollar right now in the market. So the dollar is moving with the market, which is interesting. That's one of the more interesting things about today is that it's moving with the market. Yeah, I mean, right now, again, I thought it was quad witching tomorrow, Dream Steel. I thought tomorrow was quad witching. Somebody's saying the liquidity's low. Yeah, liquidity's low in Bitcoin and ETH right now. So Bitcoin's very low. You can look at the Bitcoin futures if you put in /BT, /BTC on TOS. You could look like it's all pretty slow right now. The whole market's pretty light and low liquidity. Hopefully it'll heat up later. But yeah. NVIDIA director selling tons of stock. I don't know, man. They're still pumping up. Again, I don't know if they're going to hold or not, to be honest. But the smart money concepts follow NVIDIA patterns. I don't know. Again, we're finally pulling back a little bit on the SPY. We're down to about 436s here. 436s. NVIDIA is still pulling back here. Let's see if this holds. Part of me wants to buy this up, and I might buy it up in futures. Yeah, I might buy it up in futures. I don't know. Let's see. I'll put it up so you guys can see me trade. Let me make sure this is the right one real quick. But yeah, the market started to dip back down. I might buy the dip. I don't know yet. All right. All right, so we're going to try to trade the regular E-mini here. Got a little bit of a dip right here. We're going to put this up on the screen. There we go. If a trading methodology doesn't work across all markets and timeframes, it's garbage. I disagree. I think that certain strategies and patterns are going to work for specific sectors and specific markets only. Like, you're not going to be able to use the same strategies in penny stocks long term that you're going to be able to use in blue chips, and that's an obvious and self-evident thing. Obviously, like, penny stocks are terrible companies. They're going to drop long term most of the time relative to Apple and Amazon and Disney that are all universally most likely going to go up long term. And so patterns and strategies are not going to work the same in different sectors of the market. It's never like that. Nothing works in everything. For penny stocks, you might have a specific strategy, and then in Apple, you might have a different strategy, but very rarely is it going to be the same one that works the same. That's not a reasonable expectation for markets, brother. What is simple to buy futures? There's a bunch of them. I'm not a YouTube guru. I don't claim to be an expert, Tyrone. But again, if you think that penny stocks, so what is your argument, Tyrone? You think penny stocks go up long term? You think that you're going to you can DCA into penny stocks and have success the same way you'd be able to DCA into Walmart or Apple or Amazon? Of course not. Yeah, you sound new. But hey, it's all love here. I mean, I think you're wrong, but it's all love, I guess. Again, if I'm wrong, explain. I'd love to hear it. My guess is I'll never hear, my guess is I just won't hear anything else because he knows he can't really argue that. But hey, if you want to try to, let me know. Anyways, E-mini pull it back a little bit. Yeah, definitely top 3 gurus in the world right now. Definitely top 3. Bitcoin. Somebody's asking if Bitcoin's a buy. I don't know. I don't know what y'all should do with Bitcoin. Yeah, you notice it's gone. Like you ask him to explain himself, he talks smack and leaves. My guy, like trading's very interesting. It's like you got people that are obviously new that obviously don't understand. You know, like anybody that experiences the market, right, is going to understand like, yo, you can't trade the same strategies in penny stocks that you can trade in blue chips, right? Like that's just never going to happen. Like you're never going to be able to like invest in penny stocks like you do in mid caps or blue chips. You're never going to be able to do that. It's not a reasonable expectation. Everybody understands that spends any significant period of time in the market, right? But trading is one of those weird things where it's like somebody gets like a couple weeks of experience and all of a sudden they want to be the next big guru expert, you know? And it's like trading is one of those things where people fabricate their skill level much more than a lot of other areas. In the end, like it takes years to be an expert. I'm not even claiming to be an expert, but I think some of that stuff is self-evident. Again, for those at home, do not DCA into penny stocks like you do in blue chips. It's never going to work. It's never going to work. You know, penny stocks are going to go down long-term almost always. You're going to have outliers that go up, but a large majority of them are going to fail. You can look up Mullen or any other penny stock that people trade, and BBIG, CEI, SOS. You can look at all of these and they're going to go down long-term. Now, if you look at Apple or Amazon, they're going to go up long-term. The biggest, most profound edge you get in markets is that blue chips and the S&P go up, you know, statistically about 6 to 12% a year. Penny stocks do not do that at all. Yeah, but what you just said doesn't make any sense, Tyrone. Again, it's not universal. Again, what you said is not a response. You sound new, brother. You sound new, man. Again, go DCA into some penny stocks and come back in 2 years and tell me how you're doing, brother. You're not going to be profitable. I'll tell you that. 2 and 10 years reverse red along with the dollar. Yeah, it's a weird market, man. The Dixie is moving with the SPY right now. Very strange market. It must be from Atlas or something. Maybe. What is a penny stock for you? A small cap, small company, under $5, $10, low float a lot of the time, which is going to be the same thing as small cap. Float or market float times price is cap, and so small cap companies are just small companies. Penny stocks are that, you know. This is futures right here, so we'll probably start day trading futures pretty soon. Dude is holding Mullen bags. Hey, 100%, man. Again, it's one of those weird things that, like, look, I won't spend too much time on it, but his thesis of a trading strategy should work universally. If it doesn't, it's garbage. Is silly, and again, that comes from inexperience in markets. You're not going to be able to trade, you know. Again, the reality of it is a lot of stuff trades inversely to the others, right? So that proves that wrong alone. Regardless, trading strategy is not going to work the same in different markets. It's just not. You got to find a trading strategy that works in your specific markets. And again, it's just a very obvious thing for those at home. Again, don't try to trade penny stocks like you do Apple or Amazon. It's not going to work the same. You're not going to be able to do the same thing and have the same results. Very self-evident and obvious. Yeah, there's no one size fits all in trading in anything really, especially in the stock market. Okay, so you're mad at NASDAQ to 15,000? Maybe, bro. I don't know, dude. I don't know what the NASDAQ is going to do, man. I have no idea what the market's going to do. Nobody does. I could speculate on it. I think the markets as a whole are up a lot over the last 20 days. And so if I did have a bias, it'd probably be extended to the upside over the last couple weeks, and maybe we'll get a couple red days now. Again, I don't know though. It's all speculating. Nobody knows. We can guess here though. I'll guess with you guys. But again, it comes from inexperience. That guy's thesis comes from inexperience, 100%. Again, the NASDAQ is already over 15K, isn't it? So I'm looking at the NASDAQ right now. It's about 15.12. I mean, that's the futures version of it, but Wolf t-shirt. Mullen. Where's my sideburns at? Mullen just looking rough, dude. Again, the dollar index at 102.80s. Yeah, closed up over 15K yesterday. All right, look at this pop in the E-mini. Part of me wanted to buy the dip, but I guess I'm just going to chill and wait here too. Still moving up a little bit. Again, we'll start day trading futures. We're going to get a little bit closer to the opening bell. Yeah, it's kind of like Dwight in The Office. If you guys remember what Dwight wore in The Office. Kind of the same thing. All right, guys. So we are popping up a little bit here, team. We trade a little bit of everything. Futures, stocks. Yeah, but there's lower liquidity and there's more risk day trading than Bob. So he's saying penny stocks more profit potential, and that might be true, but there's also much higher risk. Like for instance, a lot of the time what happens with penny stocks is like the company will pump them up and then slam an offering down, selling shares and diluting the company when the stock price is at the highest. And so buying up penny stocks and trying to day trade those does come with some risks. And a lot of the time they'll announce the offerings in pre-market or at the opening bell or right around it. They can also get halted and gap down, get delisted. There's just so much risk that comes with penny stocks that I don't necessarily think it's worth it to day trade actively or invest in them. I think most of the time they're just new traders that don't have big accounts that are just kind of losing money in those markets. But again, I'm not saying there's never profitable traders. Relentless Trader is a trading friend that has a YouTube channel, and so I'm sure he does it profitably, but at least I think so. I'm not saying you can't, but I just think the odds are stacked against you. Well, I heard he's the new CEO, right, Chris? All right, so SPY pulled it back a little bit right here. You can kind of see that dip right there. Part of me doesn't know whether I should buy that dip or not. Yeah, I mean, I promise you I probably have more experience than, other people saying it. Again, I have traded penny stocks a ton. It's easy to say risk is manageable. That doesn't have anything to do with it. You can manage everything. You could say, hey, losses are manageable. You should never lose, but that doesn't mean it's not going to happen despite despite that. The reality of it is there's more risks in penny stocks than there are in large cap stocks in terms of volatility, momentum, risks from halting, risk from dilution, all of that stuff. The risks are very obviously higher in penny stock markets. That's just the reality of it. I don't think that's really arguable either. But all right, guys, so we're starting to pop up a little bit. The SPY's still moving up. The previous closing price is right at 437.18. We'll see if it holds. Yeah, and I mean, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of boot you out of here. Anabolic. Looking back, I just checked your comments historically, and you're just trolling. You're just kind of sitting around waiting to disagree. So good day to you, sir. Have a good day. First year or so I found John, that's all he traded was pennies and small caps. Yeah, for sure, 100%. I have experience there. There's a reason I don't trade those anymore, and it's because I do have experience there, man. Yeah, he's just sitting around waiting to criticize. GG to you, sir. Have a good day, man. But it's all love here, guys. It's all love. I mean, I'll hate him forever, but it's all love here. Again, let's see if the SPY holds over the 200 EMA and the volume weighted average price. We're right around that level now. NVIDIA at 425s. 425s. What time is the New York Stock Exchange open? 9:30 in about 20 minutes exactly. Yeah, it's all love, No, it's all good. You got to have fun with the trolls sometimes. Right, for sure. I've been there. I've lost. Again, we'll see if NVIDIA right over the 200 EMA and the VWAP here. So we'll see if it holds. Plus, my guy's saying I lose a lot, man. I'm green on the year, Like, that's about all I really got to say. We could act like I'm just losing so much money, but, like, I'm green on the year. I wouldn't be able to lie like that. I could get in trouble if I lied about that. So, on TOS, I'm green for sure on the year. I think that's all I really need to say. Yeah, bro, for sure, Chris. Again, probably what triggered him was the penny stock comments. Like, again, if you're losing a bunch of money in penny stocks and somebody comes along and says, hey, that's not the right move, mature people might hear that and be like, hey, that might not be the right move. Immature people might get weird, and that's they're kind of shooting the messenger, if you will, a little bit. And it's all good. I've seen it before. Again, my job is to help you guys. So, like, I'm just trying to help you guys. Dabo clock. Bet Tesla in green today. I don't know, JT. It's got a long way up, brother. It's got a long way up. Tesla, they say it's had 12 green days in a row prior to today, but it's just got a long road up, dude. It's at 250.20s right now, 250.20. So questionable. Questionable. It's at 250.16s right now, so it's trying. But 256.80 is the previous closing price. 256.80. We're at 250s right now. So Tesla would have to move up about $6.50. About $6.50 a share if it wants to end green specifically today. And I'm not saying it can't do that. I mean, we got all day today, so it's not like it's impossible for it to do it. But, it's a long road up. And let me know what you guys think, chat. Let me, I think we did our poll here. Let me end this poll and do another one. We got about 1,100 votes on the poll. Yeah, exactly, Chris. 100%, dude. All right, so we're at 250 for Tesla right now, 250. AMD, I don't know, man. I'm skeptical of AMD too. AMD's just up so much already. It's over 500 PE ratio. That's just super high. I know Nvidia's up there as well, and I think AI is changing the chip space as a whole. But I said this earlier in pre-market. I think the real test for these AI stocks is going to be the next earnings season. So the next earnings season, we're going to see how well AI really impacted their businesses. And that's going to tell us whether these moves have been justified or not. So like if a lot of these come in and they're still hitting the same numbers they did prior to the big AI run, that's going to be a bad sign for AI stocks. But if they come in and they're all much more profitable from AI production and benefits, then that might make these moves a little bit more valid for them. And again, I don't know. We'll see. What is CAVO? I've never heard of it, Polo. Yeah, Bitcoin under 25K here. AMD under the VWAP too. So yeah, I guess the real question is, what do these AI stocks show up as in earnings season when earnings season starts? That's the real question, I think. And who knows, man? We'll see. You got a little upward trend. I'm gonna wait until the opening bell. We still got about 15 minutes until I'm gonna start trading, I think, here. We'll be patient though. Kava's yeah, in Baton Rouge, we got a place called Syrops Express. Great place. If you're ever in Baton Rouge, go eat at Syrops or Albosh's. Albosh's is good too, but I like Syrops. Nvidia is bouncing a little bit at that 200 EMA volume weighted average price. You can also see the SPY bouncing there as well, and you can kind of see the S&P moving up in from all that stuff. So again, you can kind of see that level at which the 200 EMA and the VWAP both hit the same spot, basically at the same time, right there. And so you can kind of see the market pull back to that. When the VWAP and the 200 EMA coincide at the same spot, I think it gives it a little bit more support, and that's kind of when you see these bounces like this. We're going to start trading options next week, Jeremy. Once we get our money switched over to MooMoo. They have 0 DTE options, close to 0 commission options trades. I think they have 24/7 order placement as well, kind of like the new Robinhood. So, yeah, you can see it pinned at the top of the chat if you want to check it out. I think you can get up to like 15 free stocks with a deposit. Yeah, Syrops is great. Hey, thank you, Jason. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. What you realize is most people are supportive. Sometimes the trolls are just louder. A lot of the trolls actually come from like people who have worked for me or been on stream historically. And like, again, I think some of them come on stream and they come on stream, they get addicted to it, and then they start acting weird. I had one where I let a guy on stream, and then all of a sudden, as soon as he comes on stream, a bunch of fake accounts talking about, hey, this guy is just the greatest guy ever. You should let this guy host a stream, And it was like, who? Like, what? And then they start trashing me and praising him. And it's like, I don't want to point fingers, but who else would have that agenda? So people just get weird when they come on stream, man. I think a lot of the time, some of the alt accounts doing it are probably people like that, but maybe my character flaws, I got to learn to just ignore it a little bit. Oh, it gets spicy when trolls are here. I know, honestly, it's not that I dislike trolls. I think sometimes drama can be good for views too. And so it's like people come here and they troll me and they think they're hurting me. To be honest, a lot of people tune in for the drama too. And so sometimes I'll overreact to it to kind of make it fun. Again, y'all have to understand, I have a debate. Like if I take the Myers-Briggs personality test, my personality type is the debater personality type. And so I love nothing more than people coming in here and letting me just kind of shut them down and, debate back and forth with people a little bit. It's my personality type. I don't know how much weight those personality types actually have. I think they have a new updated model of like what the big The big four personality model, I think, is what they use now in psychology. But yeah, market's still pumping up a little bit. The SPY at 436.50s. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Nah, Swaps is good. Give me that hummus, that Grecian sauce, that shawarma chicken. I'm not gonna lie, I have this on in the background, and I'll look at the comments when I hear drama to see what's going on. Hey, I rest my case. Hey, if the U.S. dollar is down, will gold continue up when the U.S. session? It's not as easy to predict, Lee. Generally, gold in the equities market has an inverse correlation with the dollar. So, like, the dollar pushes up, gold pushes down, equities pushes down, the dollar moves down, gold pushes up, equities move up. But it varies. It's not always exact correlation. But that's generally what happens. All right, guys, we got 11 minutes. 11 minutes. Also on Adobe earnings today. I think it might influence AI. It's not going to be a huge influence. I'll let the trolls hang out a little bit more before booting them. It's like a gauntlet in here. If y'all can last more than one session of trolling, you're doing okay. It depends on who it is, bro. Like, if it's like a regular that has legitimate criticism, I'll let them chill and I'll talk to them, you know. But if it's somebody that basically just showed up, that the first thing they say is negative, they're usually going to get booted out of here pretty quick. So it just depends on what they're doing. Well, where do you work, Chris? All right, guys, again, very big extension here on the market on the upside today in pre-market session. We got 9 minutes here, but big extension on the upside. You can see the S&P just pushing up today, man. Look at this. I am short on AI today, but we'll see how it goes. Just seems it has risen too far too quickly, so we'll have to expect a pullback. Maybe, man. I mean, I agree. AI has been extended. NVIDIA up a lot. It's at 525. So the PE ratio is incredibly high for NVIDIA, AMD. Again, Adobe has actually been affected from this as well. So, like, if you look at Adobe here, though. So, like, we'll put Adobe on the very top screen. Here's Adobe. If you look at a daily chart, Adobe has been positively affected by AI too. Look at this run for Adobe here. So Adobe's had a really nice surge up too. So how am I doing? Am I behaving? I don't know who you are. No offense. Sorry, bro. Something negative? Oh, booted instantly. You want my social too, Raul? Or just my address? You work at the lottery? Oh, man. Do you trade for a living? No. No, I don't. Do I live purely off my trading? No. Never claim to. I mean, my channel's called Beginner Trading. So, I mean, I don't know how much of an expectation that is, but we day trade, we swing trade, we invest. I'm actually better at swing trading than I am day trading by far. Again, green on the year doing it. And you know, so I'm not claiming to be an expert or anything like that. And thank you, Flo. Yeah, the Louis Vuitton guy, man, he's that guy's balling, man. He is I think he's still the richest guy in the world, right? His name is Bernard Arnault, I believe, right? Yeah, Bernard Arnault. He owns all the big brands that you guys like in luxury. Louis Vuitton, Hennessy, the goats. Again, Adobe started to try to go green. We day trade. We go live every weekday. Penny stocks are the best investment you can make. Go all in. What's your favorite penny stock, guys? Ryan Felipe over here is a stock guru. Listen, definitely top 3 Ryan Felipe lookalike stock gurus in the world right now on YouTube. Definitely top 3. Again, Adobe at 179s here. The AI influence of Adobe might be fun to watch today. I'm probably not going to stream it. Honestly, I'm tired. Yesterday I streamed for like 8 hours. So I don't know if I'm going to stream it or not, but Adobe drops their earnings this evening in after hours. Is that even real T? I got to look it up. No, I don't know what this is. 0.004 cents a share. Wow. Yeah, I just don't mess with these at all, man. TTOO, isn't that Canoe? Or do I have it? Oh, no, it's T2 Biosystems. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I had the impulse to ask that, Chris, but I just kind of let it go. Like, I don't need money at all, but I still kind of dream about winning the lottery. I think everybody does. The only time I'll ever buy a lottery ticket is when it's like a big one, like billions. Then I think they've even shown that it's statistically like good risk reward. Now, only those, and again, I'm definitely not recommending the lottery at all. You're gonna lose money. Don't get addicted to it. But yeah. All right, guys. Hey, we got 5 minutes here. 5 minutes. All right, so we pull back a little bit. I could buy the dip here. Lucid, man. It's been a while since I've even looked at Lucid. All right, guys. All right, so we are pulling back. I thought about buying the dip. I think I'm just going to be patient, though. Again, NVIDIA is still holding over that 200 EMA volume weighted average price level. All I know about the lottery is you never take the monthly payment. It's for suckers. Suckers. If you ever win the lottery, do not take the monthly payment. All right. It's the worst decision you could ever make in the lottery. All right. It really is. All right. If you want to put it into perspective, put it like this. Okay. They hope you take the monthly payment because, like, for instance, say you win 300 million, you put that 300 million in the S&P 500 in 20 years, which is, that is going to be worth so much more money than 300 million. They hope you take the monthly payment because they know that they are going to save tons of money by paying you the monthly payment. Again, it's the worst decision to always take the lump sum, even if it's half of what the payment is, because there's no guarantee you'll even live to be old enough to do it. So never take the monthly payment. Always take the lump sum. That's all I know. I'm probably going to be trading the S&P 500 at the opening bell, the NASDAQ. S&P 500, the NASDAQ, maybe some NVIDIA, maybe some Tesla, maybe some Q, maybe some Bitcoin and crypto. Yeah, if you choose monthly, you're gonna save them so much money. AMD little pop. Yeah, SPY's still moving up as well. There's Adobe on the top here, but I'm gonna put Tesla at the very top to see what happens with that one. That one's been on a big rip up here. Opening bell in 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes until the open. I don't know. I don't like any of those. I get nauseous, Scott. Netflix going crazy as well. Is it really? Yeah, Netflix, man, it's been on a huge run, dude. Same thing with Meta. Nvidia did bounce here, guys. So Nvidia popping back up a little bit here too. I'm gonna put a 2 chart up, and then I'm gonna put Nvidia here so people can kind of watch Nvidia run too. Look at Nvidia bouncing back up, almost green on the day here. Tesla is not almost green on the day. Did my headphones? I guess we got less than a minute here. Here. So I've got some stock positions, just none in all right, there we go. All right, guys, here's the opening bell. 20 seconds, 20 seconds. All right, we're at 426 on Nvidia right now, 426. All right, here's the opening bell right now, guys. There's the open. All right, let's trade. All right, so here's the open. Market's pushing up at the opening bell. Tesla dipping down a little bit here. Big retracement back down. Guys, big retracement back down. All right, so I'm going to switch this to the MooMoo chart. All right, so there's the opening bell here, team. All right, big pop up here. There's Tesla on the right. So Tesla, we're on a 1-minute chart here. Tesla bouncing up a little bit. We will also put up something else. Bear with me. Wait, what just happened? What the heck just happened? Okay. All right, guys. Market's pulling down a little bit, so I haven't traded yet. I'm gonna open this. How do I open this? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to pop this out. Okay, there we go. All right, so here's Tesla here. Tesla just riding up here. Let's see if this drags the market up with us. There's Tesla on the right side. Surging up. Yeah, all right. So mostly consolidation here. I am watching Apple and what is this right here? All right, look, I'm gonna mess with this later. There's Tesla. Nvidia started to dip down. Tesla's still ramping up here. The market started to turn though, with Nvidia dropping down the market a little bit here. It looks weak right now, so we'll figure out if we want to short this or not. But we're just kind of hanging out, waiting. Apple surging up. Nvidia started to dip down here. Part of me wants to short this. It looks like I'm going to short a little piece of this here. Take one contract short of the E-mini. Caught a little bit of a breakdown here short. Yeah, we'll cut this pretty quickly too. I'm not going to hold this forever. It really depends on what Nvidia does. I think Nvidia is influencing this too. And we're going to pivot to the regular E-mini too if this goes against this, the regular micro on this instead. I want to give it time to flush back down. We also might try the Bitcoin a little bit too. All right, so we retraced a little bit here. We were in one contract. Let's watch Nvidia. I think Nvidia is close. We are retracing back down here too. All right, so we're popping back up a little bit. If it breaks over this candlestick, I'll just cut it and wait. But we're just kind of consolidating right here now too. Yeah, we're going to cut that. All right, so we lost a little bit. We're going to wait for a little bit less consolidation here because we're kind of sideways right now. Netflix and some other tech stocks are breaking down, but we are bouncing up a little bit. We're going to pivot to the regular E-mini too, since this one's just a little bit too much for me until we can build up a cushion now. So we're going to go to the regular E-mini and try to trade this one instead. Market's a little choppy here, guys. The E-mini especially. Maybe the NASDAQ's doing a little bit better, but the SPY is very choppy here. Let's look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ's pretty flat too. Yeah, definitely choppy here. Y'all be safe. Downwick here, that looks good. All right, so sideways consolidation, although we are starting to test the top of the range here. All right, so we are testing the top of the range here. I mean, we can attack this pullback here. I'll take 2 contracts, maybe 3, and see if we get a little break at the top of the range. Again, it's a small risk trade. We'll see if it holds or not. All right, so we're a little bit green here. I just want to see if it moves up some more. We've had a couple green candles though. And again, we've already really getting some pretty heavy chop at this point too. It's a nice little pop up here, and we'll go and take a little bit off there. Take 2/3 of the position off. Nice little pop. Big green action here. We'll go and take the last one off too. So a nice little green trade here at the range break of the market here. Look at it. Tesla and NVIDIA both surging up right now in market activity. We'll see if it holds. We'll see if it holds. Huge green candles here. We're going to have to wait for a dip now to capitalize on it though. Huge surge up though. NVIDIA and Tesla both moving up too. Big surge up. Yeah, we're too extended on the upside now for me here. I have to just kind of chill and wait. Still surging up here. A little bit too extended on me for buying. Like, I'm not going to buy this up yet. I got to just chill. NVIDIA, Tesla is really what's dragging the market up, man. Somebody said we might hit green today. I thought that was a low probability. It looks like I might have been wrong because, again, everything's kind of surging up right now too. Yeah, buddy. Here, don't walk on stream. Nope, do not walk on stream, dude.
I saw a cockroach near Lucy's crate. It was dead.
Yeah, I'll get it later, bro. No. It's 8:45. You can't play yet. It's too early. All right, buddy. Love you. Close that door. Huh? No. Buddy, I'm working. I said no. If you keep pushing back, I'm going to push it back to 11, okay? I love you, but get out of here, man. Sorry, my son's trying to play video games. He's not allowed to play games until 10 a.m. every day. And so he's mad. But market is just surging up here, guys, filling the whole gap on the downside from yesterday's crazy price action. Again, we'll see if we hold here. Market's trying. Market's finally starting to dip. All right, so we just made a little bit more. Let me see. See if the market holds here, guys. Just huge pump ups here, guys. So again, this is so extended for me. We got a little 1 minute pullback, but we're so extended on the potential upside here. I just don't trust it. All right, so we just got another trade. And again, one of the things I am using right now is Chart Prime. And Chart Prime is just really useful, I think, in my opinion. So Chart Prime gives you a reversal signals, reversal patterns. You could also use like smart money concepts and a bunch of other stuff. And you can kind of see like how big of an edge they give you at a lot of the price action here. So again, I mean, you can kind of see their price action today. So you can use multiple different platforms, but I'm using this in futures right now. That's the reason I'm showing you guys. And again, they are a sponsor of mine, but like, look, they gave me the reversal signal here. So we shorted a little bit and made some money. Look at the last reversal signal they gave right here. So they gave you this possible reversal up signal here. And then look at the price action that followed from that. So it's, again, They literally called the very bottom of this range here. So like, look, here's the reversal signal. Huge bounce back up, huge bounce back up. They gave you the reversal signal here and it dropped a little bit and we were able to capitalize on it. But again, you can use them on any time frame. I like using them on a 5-minute time frame. I think like the 5-minute time frame is my favorite. You put up a 5-minute time frame. This is my favorite one. And I find this one works the best over all of them. Like, look at yesterday's price action on a 5-minute chart. And again, I can't fake this, and they are a sponsor, but like, look at this. The real edge is when multiple shows up together at once. So look at the bullish engulfing candle and the reversal up signal. Huge bounce yesterday. Possible reversal down signal, literally called the very top here too. Drop. Look at this one. Possible reversal down. And again, the same thing. When multiple show up together at once, bearish engulfing and reversal down. And this is the market oracle, is what this calls. Huge drops. Even got a little drop here from this reversal down, even if you don't consider that one. It works pretty well. Again, it works the best, in my opinion, during market hours. And it's not always going to work, you know, but I think it can be incredibly useful. Like, look at here, possible reversal up, bounce, possible reversal down, and the bearish engulfing drop. And so again, I think the real edge is using the market oracle, for me at least, and then waiting for multiple engulfing and reversal signals to show up together at once, drops. And again, I can also use this on like an hourly time frame as well. I can use it in stocks, crypto, Forex, futures. So I can use it in all that different stuff. And again, it just works for me personally. I can't guarantee it's going to work for you. Again, it's called Chart Prime. It's $35 a month though. So it's incredibly cheap. And in that regard, it's useful because it's cheap. You can use it for your trading. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be 100% accurate, but $35 a month, you can use it in stocks, crypto, Forex, futures. I can use it in Apple. I can use it in Tesla. And in that regard, I think, it can be powerful if you use it right. And so that's kind of what I'm using off stream. If you guys want to check it out, again, I'll post the link here so you can check it out. But that's what I'm using off stream today. Company called Chart Prime. And they also show you like chart patterns. What I showed you is just a small piece. Just to also show you this, guys, they also have smart money concepts too. So if I want to put the smart money bundle up here, it'll show me that. It'll show me where the equilibrium is, where you're paying a premium, where you're paying a discount, where the equilibrium is. It'll show you triangle patterns, all that good stuff too. Hold on, guys. Yeah, my son's crying. I just took away video games. He is, again, the problem with video games, man, is like for kids, they become so addicting that like he can't help himself. Like he just has to play. He thinks that if he comes in here and bugs me over and over again, that I'm going to let him play games, and it's going to be the opposite. And so now he's mad. But honestly, be careful how much your kids play games. He can't play during the school year, and so he's trying to play now, but it's just too much, man. Market's starting to pull back a little bit. No, I'm not super angry with him. He couldn't hear me, and he kept trying to open the door, and so he kept trying to push the door, and I need to put some WD-40 on my door, and so he kept pushing it, and so I had to kind of raise my voice so he could hear me, because he's making so much noise trying to open the door that he couldn't hear what I was trying to tell him, which is that he needs to kind of step back and push it with his hands, is what I was trying to tell him. But no, I wasn't mad. Yeah, I mean, games are fun. I play games too, and my son's a lot like me in that, like, I love playing games in the morning too, just like him. But like the problem is that you got to limit it too. It'll burn your attention span, is really what it is. Like I have ADHD just like my son, and so it'll kind of burn his attention span a little bit too. Yeah, the door needs to. Again, if I sit on top and I push the button at the top, it'll fix it. But like, yeah, this door has been giving me problems since we bought this house. And so you can see my son's trying to open the door and he can't. And so, but it just makes a lot of noise. Y'all can probably hear the noise. Yeah, social media is with kids. Social media is the rough one. Like social media is really what hurts them more than anything else, I think. Like my daughter's 13 and she wants to, she wants Instagram and all this stuff, and I just tell her no, like too young. Nvidia pull it back to the volume weighted average price. We'll see if it holds. Yeah, Chris, that's what it is. What does he play? Mostly Fortnite right now is what he's playing. Nvidia just broke under the volume weighted average price. So Nvidia just broke under the VWAP here. Yeah. Apple gonna break all-time highs today. I don't know, man. Yeah, there was a good thought experiment. Anytime you want to get mad at your kids, I saw it the other day. I saw it on social media. It said something like, if you're mad at your kids, imagine you're 80 years old and you're going back to this one moment in time. And you can only have that last moment with your kids at this age. How would you behave in that situation? You know, market is flying up there right now, man. So I'm glad I'm not shorting it. I'll say that. I think we're pretty flat on the day. Let me see. Yeah, we're flat completely on the day. So not bad. We'll give it time. But man, market's up too much for me to buy it. Too strong for me to short it. Tesla might actually end green today. So I was wrong this morning. I thought Tesla had a pretty low probability of ending green. Somebody in here said Tesla might end green today. It looks like they were right. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to break all-time highs or not today. But yeah, if you want to check out Chart Prime, which is that indicator service I showed you, really cool, really useful. I think I posted it. Let me make sure. Again, link is in the description for it. It's $35 a month. I think my big edge is when I find multiple showing up together at once. Like, I think if we can find engulfing candle and like a reversal signal there, that's when it has the biggest edge, I think, right? Like an example would be like yesterday. And again, let me get rid of the smart money concepts and show you this. So again, the example on that would be yesterday. So like, look at the reversal up and the bullish engulfing candle here. Huge pop back up. Same thing here, you know, where it's like you get the reversal down signal and the bearish engulfing candle, huge drop down. I think that's the biggest edge that I've found. But again, there's so much other stuff that I don't cover that could be useful. Tesla's still moving up here. Market's still surging up. So it looks like Tesla's helping drag the market back up. Yeah, 100%. I thought we'd keep pulling back too. Yeah, I assumed we were extended on the upside too, and I think that's a reasonable assumption. But the market, again, people, the biggest thing, like one of the biggest things I'll tell people is that people act like the market has to do something. Like people are like, hey, this market makes no sense. Listen, the market doesn't have to do anything. You know, an efficient market is a balanced market, but the market doesn't have to do anything. The only big edge you get is the only safe edge is long term. So always be flexible, I guess is the point. NASDAQ starting to go green on the day too. Nvidia looking weak, so microchips are looking weak. But again, Tesla ripping up, Apple flying up today, Microsoft ripping up, Amazon ripping up, Google pushing up. I don't know if I'd call the data good today. The data today is kind of, I would consider it neutral. Here's Chart Prime in the chat. And again, you get 40% off at checkout. You got to go to checkout to see the discount, but it's like $35. I think it's like 34 something. Still surging up here on the micro E-mini. Nvidia still pumping down to 425s. Yeah, chart prime is what I was showing in the other chart. What, chart prime's discount? Yeah, it's 40% right now. I'm pretty sure it's 40%. Let me make sure. Test it out. I tested it out yesterday. Yeah, it's 40%. You get it for $34 basically. All right, so we're starting to get a little pullback here. Starting to get a little dip. NVIDIA breaking out of the 200 EMA. Q is now green. Yeah, we're starting to get a dip in markets now too. And again, we're still going to try to trade. The question is, how big is this dip is the real question. And I don't know. Market's so strong here. I feel like it might not go forever. All right, so we're now green on the day, surprisingly enough. Shout out to the guy that said I was losing a lot. All right, so look at NVIDIA start to dump under these lows here. So NVIDIA is starting to crack down. All right, so we are bouncing up a little bit. I don't know how much I trust it necessarily, but yeah, Jack honestly did really good with Roblox, bro. My son was 9, or my 8-year-old son at the time basically said that he thought, he plays Roblox, right? And so I asked him, I said, hey, man, what do you think Roblox is going to be in a year from now or 6 months from now? And he said, I think they're going to be still around, but they're going to be about half the price. And this is when Roblox was $80 a share, right? If you look at Roblox right now, guys, Roblox is at about $40 a share. So, hey, Jack was right. So props to him, man. right, guys. Again, we got a little consolidation here. I'm gonna see if I can buy this. Maybe we'll get 4 contracts here. There we go. Nice little surge up. We're gonna take half of that off. Gonna take a little bit more off there on this big popping surge here. Going to take that off too. So yeah, we're now up about 45, 50 bucks on the day. We got a little cushion. We'll see if we can keep pushing. I didn't mean to rhyme. Mixtape coming soon though, but I didn't mean to rhyme. All right, guys. So hey, we'll see if we get some better action here. Consolidating mostly here. We got a quick pop up. We took profit right into the middle of it. And again, Tesla's kind of dragging this market up more than anything else. We got a little bit of green on the day. Should I try to trade crypto futures? Job reports came out mixed. Philly Fed came out less economic growth. Jobless claims came in higher, so less economic growth. But retail sales came in positive for base retail sales. Core retail sales came in as expected, is what happened. Find the next pick. Is it Snapchat? What's Snapchat at right now? Over $10. I don't know. Maybe. Again, I don't know though. All right, so Nvidia's starting to bounce back, and that has the market right around highs. Yeah, so again, what do you guys think the market's gonna close? I don't know, man. SPY pushed it up a little bit. Again, we got a green, mostly green trading today. Still got some time though, to be honest. All right, still trying to hold. What is banned in the US? Snap got AI now. Yeah, Snap might have some interesting. Look at Tesla about to go green on the day. So Tesla might go green on the day. Let me look at what the Bitcoin futures contract looks like. MBTU3 is the new Bitcoin contract. They've been down with crypto. There's not much liquidity, but Powell was dovish. They cut rates. We crashed and got puts. Now way up today. And Jobless wasn't bad. I don't think we ain't green. Maybe. Tomorrow will be interesting to tell. Market's starting to surge up too. Coinbase, yeah, that's probably what you're talking about. Hello. Hey. All right, guys. Sorry, I had to do something. Yeah, I don't think it's ever going to go through. Run off rumors of TT banned. Yeah, maybe. It's possible. See, SPY just broke highs again. Look at the SPY rip up here today, too. All right, so we're still surging up towards the high. So Tesla is now effectively green. I retract my previous statement from earlier in the stream. I thought that Tesla had a low chance of hitting green today. And yeah, it looks like I was wrong, man. I was wrong. Oh, my Disney trade's actually doing pretty nice here. I'm going to go ahead and take some profit on that. I'm already up a lot. I might as well, capitalize on it, right? I'm pretty sure I'm still green. Oh, I'm nicely green today, too. Wow. Oh. I'm up over 3%. No, Carol John doesn't need anything from the store. Honestly, that's kind of how it goes. If Tesla breaks 257, then the rest of the day could be parabolic. Yeah, it's over the previous close. Look at the SPY rip here today, too. So we are green on the day. We got a little cushion. I'm going to switch to the regular E-mini again so that when I take some trades, it can be high momentum trades. Disney's still surging up. You love to see it. AI is up 13% off LOW. Yeah, look at AI surge, guys. Wow. And so NVIDIA is kind of weak, but look at AI here. AI up to almost 47s. It broke 47s for a little while. All right, market's pulling back a little bit on a huge upward trend though, man. And it's kind of showed like I've been a little bit too nervous to buy up anything just because with these huge moves, it's just so much room on the upside for a pullback here that I've just been hesitant. Yeah, hey, good luck. Hey, yeah, for sure. Disney, hey, I'll take it. Disney continues to rip. And again, I took some profit off at the top. Not too shabby. I'll take it. Just see if it continues to hold. Unity looks different. All right, guys. NVIDIA back over the 200 EMA over the volume weighted average price. I'm going to go ahead and buy this pullback here. We got a little cushion on the day, and I don't mind letting this work and cutting it break even or maybe down a little bit if we took a swing. We're up slightly on the day, so we've got a little bit of a cushion here, and we got a nice little pullback. And I want to see if NVIDIA or if Tesla holds support at this previous closing price. Look at AI. Rip up, and that might give it the support I need to get a good little green trade. We got one contract of the regular E-mini here, so it moves about 1250 per tick. There we go. Starting to surge up. I want to give it some more time. Back break even on the trade again. No. Not a fun drop, but even if we lose, we're going to be down like 50 bucks on the day. Yeah, we'll cut it. So yeah, we're down about 50 bucks on the day. It's all good, man. Again, I built up a cushion. I took a little swing. Swing didn't work out, and maybe we'll get some better action now. But you know, we're not going to be green every day, so it's all good. We do have a video debuting in about 2 minutes here, guys. 2 minutes for a debut video on the new rule changes for Top Step. They're consolidating a little bit. We'll see if we get a bounce again. Tesla's right at that previous closing price. So Tesla broke over to technically green levels for a split second here. Huge surge up. All right, so I think we just made a little bit on the NQ here. Okay, yeah, so we're back green on the day. We just made $90 green on the day. Caught the big surge right there in the NASDAQ, but again, I got to be patient here. And yeah, guys, if you want to check out any of my sponsors, I've been using Chart Prime today. It's worked really, really well. Again, you can get up to 15 free stocks if you open up an account on MooMoo, which is where I'm actually switching to next week. Link is in the description there. And of course, the next video is going to be about Top Step's rule change, which you can now trade like BTC and some other stuff on there. So be ready, guys. I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow is Quad Witching Day. Quad Witching Day is tomorrow. So that is a historical day of volatility, and it doesn't mean we're going to be volatile tomorrow, but it's worth paying attention to tomorrow, I think, with all the craziness. And so, again, we'll see. Y'all be safe. Y'all be good. We're green on the day slightly and everything. TOS, stocks, crypto, Forex, futures. So we will take it. And, yeah, guys, again, I'm going to go ahead and pivot on over to our new crypto video. And so I will see you guys over at that video. And again, as soon as I close the stream, it should bring you to the crypto video. So as soon as I close this stream, it should bring you there. If for whatever reason it doesn't, here is the link for the updated video that we're posting. So if for whatever reason it does not decide to bring you there, here's the link right here. Check it out. Yeah, Tesla still green on the day. Let's see if it holds. But again, as soon as I close down this stream, it should immediately bring you to the new stream here for the breakdown. We're just going to break down the new updates on Top Step and some other stuff. So yeah, I'll see you guys over there. Y'all be safe. Y'all be good. Good luck. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.